want to make sure that I acknowledge the sponsor of the show, Teach Henley, because Teach Henley sent me this new pack. They sent me the new Teach pack, so I just literally pulled the paper out, got it out of the mail, and I started going through it, and I got a little bit more excited than I should. You know what I'm saying? So they did send me the Teach pack, and I don't even know what this is yet. So I'm assuming this is what you get when you first order your Teach, and I don't know what this is. Oh, this is dope. This is absolutely dope. Is this a nail kit? Ladies, get this for the fellas. Fellas, don't wait for the ladies to get it for you. This is free. This just comes with it. 30% off your first order plus 20% off for life. Literally. Oh, snaps. I didn't know that they were sending it like this. Real talk. So this is the nail kit that they sending you. All right. So now you ain't looking like a dusty. This is a free gift straight from Teach for the people that ordered the Teach. They got the small one for the little hands like mine's. They got the big joints for your toenails. And then they got the joints at the bottom too. You know what I'm saying? For y'all that's a little bit more crustier than usual. All right. So that's one of the free gifts that Teach got inside of the pack. And then what is this? Says squeeze a quarter size amount of Teach Henley body wash on the center of the wet bristles. Lather, scrub, rinse, and repeat for the perfectly satisfying wash every time. So that's inside of there also, right? Ooh, I can get my rubber ducky on right here. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Teach for sending me that uncomplicated skincare for men. And then what we got in here? We got the actual Teach pack, right? So this is the normal Teach pack, but then they gave me the supersized joint for the people. They wanted me to show the people exactly what they got when they ordered that first Teach pack, when you're getting your 30% off your first order, and then you get your free gifts. You get 2 free gifts, and then the 20% off for life. So the 20% off for life is a new thing. And man, I ain't even got my keys on me to open this up. Maybe I can use the little nail clipper thing. I ain't got all of the washes, all of the scrubs, all of the AM, the PMs, and all of that stuff. So you got the whole thing inside of there for you to make sure you take care of yourself. But you got to make sure you take care of it every day. I don't want to be looking like Dusty Dusties. It does not absolve you from being able to make sure that you brush your teeth. Brush your teeth. It don't fix the teeth problem. Don't fix you ironing your clothes. Don't fix you being able to take care of your business. But it absolutely makes sure that your skin is phenomenal, even when you go in between shaves. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Teach Henley. We absolutely appreciate you. Thank you for continuing to hold us down. I might do an official Teach commercial, but I like just talking authentically to the people. I like giving the people the authentic look of what it is that you're dealing with, and I want you to hear from me personally, because anybody can do that little pitch and they can make some little videos, but very few of us can actually speak to the products of exactly what it is that you're supposed to use. So yeah, Teach Hanley, 30% off your first order, and then 20% off for life. That's the Anton Daniels pack, 20% off for life. Using any other Teach pack, make sure that you go ahead and let that go. And make sure you tap into the link that's in the description and take care of it. All right. All right. So got a little bit of a technical difficulty. Let me see if I can get myself up here the right way. All right. So I got to get my friends back up here. Are we good temporarily? Are we good temporarily? Why did as soon as I started the live stream, my power had went out. So I'm gonna get the people back up here. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna get the people up here. As soon as I started the live stream, my power went off, so I had to get an alternative Wi-Fi connection until my stuff get back up and running. So hold on, let me get my people up here real quick. Let me get Carrie. I'm gonna get Slimmy up here. I gotta get Quentin back. I gotta get the people. All right, hold on. That's Carrie. I'm gonna get Slimmy up here until I can get it back rocking. What's up, friends? Are we
What's
here?
happening? What's going on?
Is the live stream going like normal? I don't know.
Am I
We
delayed?
here. It's
It
distorted.
might be slightly delayed for a second.
It look normal on my phone.
I'm waiting for my internet to come back up. Hey Les, is it back up? All right. Hold on a second. Let me see.
Yeah, I can hear you good now.
You hear Quentin? Quentin, I'm gonna switch you. No, okay. We'll just leave it like this. Jesus Christ. I'm struggle streaming, bro.
Oh, so that was all you.
100% me.
Okay. Ooh, I was paranoid because my
No, no,
internet was
no.
acting.
So this is what happened. As soon as
See
I
me
started,
there.
as soon as I started the commercial, as soon as I started the live stream, my power went out.
Y'all got bad weather?
I guess it's been bad weather for the past couple of days. It's not supposed to be bad right now. It's supposed to be cool. But then they had like a severe thunderstorm warning or some shit like that over here. So, but my power went out, but then it came right back on in like 10 seconds.
Wow.
Yeah,
When I say something,
so I immediately switched over to my hotspot until my internet kicked back on, and then I had to switch back over to my internet. So I was basically struggle streaming for all of this time, waiting for my stuff to get back up. Literally, right when like my daughter came out of her room, like, no way, this is not happening. So
Man, I hate when that happens.
yeah, my junk
um,
had went out, so I don't know what was going on. So
I would like to say all hail the mighty queen, Caitlin King or Caitlin Clark.
well, let me apologize to the audience
Oh,
first because listen, I apologize that we were struggle streaming temporarily, but hopefully everything is back normal and then we can have a regular show. Slimmy been missing. What up, Slimmy? Slimmy,
what's happening?
tell the people
Nah, man.
what's been happening.
Driving that damn bus. Man, hey, these people, hey, I ain't gonna lie, man. These people crazy, boy.
Why you say
They
that?
crazy, man. Man, they just don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck if you drive it. They don't give a fuck about you being a driver. They don't give a fuck about you being you really not an authority figure, but they just don't care. They just gonna do what the hell they want to do. And then there's some characters out there, man. I smelled the worst person I've ever smelled in my life
Really?
Friday. Yeah, man. It was
So what do you
it
mean?
was it
What kind
was
of bus you? What kind of bus you running?
on
Like
the
the city,
metro.
like the city bus?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Mm-hmm.
Slimmy got to
Just
get to it.
you just come across some characters, man. I mean, and I'm just getting started, and I just seen the most insane things, man. I seen a little girl like an 11 or 12-year-old out running the streets at like 1 o'clock in the morning on a school night. It was
Uh,
insane on the bus. Yeah, it's wild,
really?
man. It's wild. It's wild.
Yeah, you'll see something in the streets. A lot. I think a lot of people are living in a bubble, and a lot of people is not really aware of what's really happening out here.
Oh yeah, you're
Yeah,
exactly right.
uh, I
It's
think a
wild.
lot of people is in a bubble and they're not aware of what's going on. Carrie, how was your how do you feel about about live streaming last night?
It was cool. I enjoyed it.
Yeah,
I
that's
like. I feel like you get to get from way. I'll say.
you get to do what?
Am I freezing up?
No, that's me. It's my stuff is still kicking up.
Okay.
But go ahead. You said you feel like you what?
Like the discussion is different. It's a
Oh
little
yeah.
bit more. Not what do you really think? Like on Monday, we don't say what we really think, but it's just I don't know. It's more. I guess you described it more like just friends talking
Yeah,
as
this is not a
opposed to.
debate. Even though we may have disagreements, this is not really a debate. This is just kind of like it's kind of like barbershop talk in a way.
Well, I don't go to the barbershop,
Well,
so.
figuratively speaking, right? It's like barbershop talk. So, like, it's just kind of talking, and then just kind of giving your thoughts and just whatever happens, happens, and we just talking about different subjects. Kind of flying like that.
So what's the difference between yesterday and
Mhm.
today? Like, do you point at a different type
It's the
of
same.
top, not topic, but
It's
okay.
the same. we got a topic that we didn't get to, but we're gonna get to that as far as Tyrese. We got to
Oh,
get to that. Let me say this. I don't like before we even get into the show. Um I don't like when women go out to normal events that men go to.
what you mean?
Like I do. Okay, let me revise. I don't
Sporting
like
events?
I don't like when women that you care about go out to regular normal events.
What you mean? What type
I
of
still don't
events? You
get
mean
what you
like
mean.
concerts and stuff? Concerts or?
It depends on the concert. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, so you saying like a Waka Flocka concert where it's gonna be like
It could be anything.
where
It's
it's gonna be
almost
like
like
kind of like turned up, where it's gonna
yeah,
get like
it's like
rowdy on the head
it's
that
it's
day?
almost like you don't mind when a chick says fun chicks or chicks that you know what I'm saying and you don't really care as much about. You may not ever see them again. Yeah, you want them type
Hmm.
of chicks there, but you don't want the women that you care about at like out in the mix.
Yeah,
It's almost you know what I'm
I know
saying
exactly
like.
what you mean.
You don't want the chicks that you care about in the mix. You want them in the house, and then you want the chicks in the streets in the mix.
Yeah, I still want my friends to enjoy themselves, but I don't want them at like a Yo Gotti concert. You know what I'm saying? Like I
Yeah,
feel like that's just I feel like those are problematic situations. Like it be shit waiting to happen, man. Like or maybe even a Chief Keef concert, man. Like it's just shit waiting to happen.
I just don't like. I don't like guys talking to the girls that I'm cool with. Like I know what happens. I know that that's the thing that is
you can't
supposed to happen, but
can't stop that.
no, I mean I know it's
You can't
normal, but
stop
it's
the
just almost like it's like
rain.
certain women got to be in other areas. They can't be in the mix unless they with you in the mix.
So you want them at the brunch.
They can't go to every brunch. They got to go to a certain brunch out there with the other women. You know what I'm saying? They got to be in the brunch with the out the way with the white people. Go to the white people brunch. It's a little different out there.
What's so it'd be like in Dearborn?
No, it'd be more like West Bloomfield.
No.
You know, West Bloomfield, Birmingham, that type of area. But you can't. They can't go to the brunch where the women be like, "Hey, hey." No, don't go to that shit.
That was
You
God.
can't go to those brunches.
Wait, what? What brunch is that?
You know the brunches is on 7 today.
Yo,
2K, you want to be on camera?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right, I'm about to bring 2K on camera. All right, I got to remix this. I got to do this different. I got to play Etch a Sketch. Um,
And that was just
Angel
your internet still, Anton?
that's all me. That's all fucking me.
Okay. Okay.
2K,
Angel
what
Reese's
up?
stat pad.
What's up, man? How y'all?
I heard you
What's
landed.
going on?
Yeah, yeah, man. I'm in the great state of Detroit.
You in the city or you in the suburbs?
Man, I'm in the West, and I don't care to know where I am. I just know it's luxury over here.
You in the West End. Where is the West End? But I'm saying, are you in Detroit or are you in the suburbs?
I don't know. I just know it's a highway out there.
It's a
I
what?
assume it's a highway. It's an interstate out there.
You must be in Southfield.
Yeah, yeah. Don't say where I'm at out loud. I don't want the groupies to rush up here and get me.
Oh, that's what it is. That's what it is. Yeah. My boy hiding.
Hey, man, Randy got me feeling like somebody, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's up, bro. But no, I don't like when the girls that I care about is out in the mix. I don't like that shit. That shit bother me, bro.
What's the mix though?
Just out and about, like you know what I'm saying? Out and about, like in the streets, doing
Like in life? Like in the world?
yeah, like. Going out to the little mixy spots and all of that type of stuff. I don't like that shit.
Anton, I
Well, where are
feel
they
you,
supposed to
bro.
be?
Like,
In the house?
Yeah, or going to the regular chick spots.
not, not even regular chicks. I feel like certain niggas don't deserve access to my girl. Like, if
Correct.
my
That's my
girl
point.
at common spot, my girl shouldn't be at common spots with regular niggas
I
because I
don't like
didn't
that
meet
shit.
her at a regular.
No, you 100% correct, bro. I
Carrie's
don't like that shit.
Carrie's confused. She's like, what?
Carrie is not confused. Carrie can't be that confused.
Is a common spot like the grocery store or like
No,
you
no,
said
no,
y'all
no.
were talking about a concert?
No, Carrie, you so green and it's so cute. Um,
At the grocery store.
No,
No,
no, not
I'm
like
just
a
trying
that
to like
a
not
common
like a
hangout.
grocery
Like
what's the
store.
mix?
Like at the bar at night or at the concerts and shit without like with the homegirls or something like that. Like I don't like that shit.
Basically, I don't want my girl to be nowhere other hooches be at.
Without you.
Low thriving ass niggas be at. I need my girl to be in exclusive spot.
You don't put your mic on me while you eating, my nigga.
You see how you cut off his McDonald mic?
Yeah, I
That
don't
was
like
in
that
my
shit.
you got pushing the button on the back.
But nah,
there you
I
go.
feel that Anton. Like, nah, if my chick at certain spots, it let me know the caliber of her. Like,
Correct.
you ain't never seen a 10. Oh,
Everybody got
is that my
the
Wi-Fi
2K,
tripping?
2K, 2K on that hotel Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Now that one ain't me. That's y'all. Oh, you right, bro. I just don't.
Okay.
I don't like that, bro. I don't like. I don't like the spots, man. I don't like that.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like it
I
need to
don't
be
like
some pretty
people
women in
have.
that joint though.
Yeah,
You
it's
gotta
not
know
I
about
some
don't,
whether they
money.
pretty or not. It's about the caliber of women, and it's just like
I don't want no low
it's just
caliber women
wolves
though.
everywhere. I don't like that shit.
Man, after
if I'm going to a hole in the wall, I'm looking for a bust down.
you gonna do what?
I said if I'm going to a hole in the wall, I'm looking for a bust down. If I'm going to an opera, I'm looking for a sophisticated type of chick. You know what I'm saying? Like it's certain chicks that go to the regular mall, and there's certain chicks that only go to the Galleria. So it's a difference in chicks, and we all know this. I don't know why we acting crazy right now.
It is Carrie acting crazy. That's Carrie, bro.
Well, y'all are throwing me because why would your chicks be in those types of places anyway?
What do you
Because
mean? Like it could be anything. It could
they
be
friends took them to it.
yeah. They could went with their homegirls. They could go to. I don't know. It's just the
Yeah,
way.
but y'all are not defining like where those places are. That's why I'm
It could
struggling
be
with
anything. It
what
could be a
We
concert.
understand where the places are. It doesn't have to be
It,
explained.
it could be
We
anywhere.
all know.
It could be a concert. It could be that spot. It could be the rooftop spot at a certain time. It could be all of that. It could be
In
unsuspecting
Oklahoma, it's
shit.
called the Grenadier.
Yeah, it could be a lot of different. It could be a lot of different spaces. It's just like I'm. I'm a very territorial person, so I'm very
Mm-hmm.
territorial.
Listen, certain niggas can make the value of a place go down. So
Mm-hmm.
let's say we got Chief Keef
why y'all
at
keep
Exactly.
saying Chief Keef? Who
Library.
is Chief Keef?
That's
Carrie.
what that's what. Oh, oh,
Even I
now
know that
now
one.
now
Is that a rapper?
now now it all makes sense.
Correct.
Look,
100%.
This is why
we
you don't
wasting our
know.
breath, Sean. She don't know who Chief
This
is.
is why you don't know what the mix is because you don't understand. So back, all right. So look, the mix is a place where there is low vibrational motherfuckers.
Correct.
Yeah.
That
That's
is
the
perfect.
mix.
That's
But
the
that's
perfect
okay.
explanation for that
Okay,
shit.
so that's very helpful. So back to my original question then. So why would your like why would 2K and Anton,
because
y'all are
she has yet
married.
to,
So why would
because she hasn't distanced
why would
herself from
your
her
woman
ratchet
be?
friend.
Well, no, it could be a one off, right? Like for example, it could be a concert or something. You know what I'm saying? Like right here, like in Detroit right now, it's a whole lot of concerts that's happening right now. Um, they got Martin Lawrence and all of them at the Little Caesars Arena. They got well, it used to be called Shane Park, but it's the Aretha Franklin Amphitheater where it's like an old school, like all of the old school concerts. And I ain't talking about old school like Isley's. I'm talking about old schools like, you know what I'm saying? They got T.I. and fucking,
Mhm.
um, you know what I'm saying?
Scar
Like,
I got you.
Scarface.
yeah, they'll have like the 2000s rappers and shit like that. The niggas that was pop, Two
Why
Chains,
is that
all them
old?
type of
Why is
niggas, right?
2000s old school? God damn, we old.
Well, my point is that like it could be a one off or some shit like that. But I know the element of nigga that's gonna be there. I know the type of nigga that's gonna be there.
It's
You know
I
what I'm
gonna
don't
be
know,
saying?
like
Rod.
like the average
I don't.
credit score in the building gonna be 480.
So,
I. So like a comedy show that would bother you?
no, not a comedy show. Don't bother me. It's just like I'm
You
naming all of the
started
different
off with
events that's
Martin
here.
Lawrence.
I'm naming all of the events that's here, but I'm saying that it could be a one off situation, but the type of element of nigga that's gonna be there is gonna be different. Like even
Very
when I
true.
go to like for
I,
example, we got this like when we go to the Pistons game, for example, you go to the basketball game and um it's a Pistons game, right? And so if you can get down to the floor, there are certain like there's floor seats where you can sit in the floor, and then there's like a little pit area where like if you got just enough money to get into that area, it's like a big old bar area that's behind like you got one basketball rim on one side and one basketball rim on the other side, right? And so on one
mhm.
side, it's like regular seating, like floor seating, like oh man, family seating. On the other side, it's like a bar, but everybody get up out of their fucking seats and go to the bar if they can get access to that area. Niggas be sneaking their homies, and it's like if you walk past there, it's like the wolves. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't know, and you at a fucking basketball game though. But if you don't know, listen, if you send even at a game itself, right? Let's say a girl and your homegirl and her girl go. It's not uncommon for an NBA player to shoot a shot or niggas just be circling. You know what I'm saying? And it's like it don't
No.
really matter the environment. It's just like, yo, this shit
So
is
would you consider that the mix, or would you consider the bar area the mix?
all of that shit is
Like
the mix.
so
It's the
you
mix.
so so like you wouldn't want Rita to go to a game without you.
No, I'm cool with her going. I sent her. I give them the tickets and stuff a lot of times. It's just like don't get too comfortable going to that shit. Don't you know what I'm saying? Don't be a regular. You know what I'm saying? You can't be a regular and shit.
You want to save a face card because when the niggas know your name, bro, like that's when they become comfortable with trying you.
Yeah, like
Like the
I'm
more I see Carrie,
no, you're right. You're right, 2K. Like, cause
the
even
more
like even like if I like being in a city, if I go down to a spot, cause I got certain spots that I hit. You know what I'm saying? I go and check out, see what the mix is, and if I see
Mhm.
the same girl there like multiple times over like a 3 or 4 week span, I'm like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? Like she one of them. Like it's like
yeah,
you just gotta pay attention. It's like, no, you don't want your chick in a mix like that. You kind of want her out of the mix. She shouldn't be known. Other niggas shouldn't know like other guys shouldn't.
Okay.
No,
So
no, you shouldn't be like, hey, like your girl shouldn't be like, oh, hey, such and such, how y'all doing? It's too much of that shit. None of that shit. None of
so
that.
when you mean the mix, you're not necessarily talking about a type of location per se, but
It could be the
the
location too.
I mean, it could be a location, but the type of location that it is the type of location or the type of a scene that would be the type of scene you will go into when you want to be amongst a certain group of people, or
I
you
can
want
go
to
into the
like you're
mix.
available. Yeah.
I can
Oh,
go into
you can
the
go in the
mix.
mix.
Yeah, the guys can go into the mix. The girls can't get
no,
into that type of mix.
What? Wait. Why can y'all go in the
It's
mix?
different. It's different.
because Dudes benefit.
But
Listen,
why?
when Carrie, I'm finna tell you, the more people
Okay.
know you and know that your man is a person of stature, the more his brand go up. Essentially, so the more her
Mm-hmm.
brand go up. The more people know your girl, the more body she possibly gonna have.
So for you guys, it's strategic. It benefits the brand. It benefits the greater good. It benefits the home. If the girl does it, then one, she'll start to be perceived negatively, and two, she has the potential of getting caught up in the mix.
Anybody
You don't
around
want the
me, anybody around me, like they even got to be careful of the type of pictures that they take with certain people. Like depending on where
yeah.
you, like you can't even
Like LeBron James
let's take a
wife.
picture together. Ain't none of that shit.
No, I totally agree with you on that. But is that the same for the man?
No, that shit don't matter for
Nah,
us.
it ain't the
Oh,
same.
come
Carrie,
It
you
ain't the
gotta
same.
understand. You gotta
It ain't, man.
understand. You gotta understand that it's double standards for a reason. It is a difference between a woman and it is a difference between a man. It is not the same.
Okay, let me ask you a question. You guys have seen the types of pictures that Chris Brown takes during
Hell
his
no.
game, right?
Hell no. No.
Not
Yeah,
I'm not asking from the girl's perspective. I'm asking, let's say like Chris Brown, I know he, whatever, but let's say that he was in a relationship. So are those pictures okay considering the fact that technically speaking he's making money off of them and
I
technically
think it's
speaking is
cool. I
building
don't
his
think it really matters
brand?
what the guy do. I don't think it matters what a guy do that much. I think it matters how the girls are. Girls are supposed to be slotted differently. Guys, they just for everybody.
So then
listen, Carrie.
if he has a woman, then she should just like understand, babe, I'm gonna be taking some crazy photos. Like this just
I'm gonna
is
be
for
in the
like me to act.
streets. I'm gonna be in the streets. Like I'm gonna be out here. I don't know what's
Carrie,
gonna happen, but it's cool though, cause it ain't that bad for a guy. It's different for a girl.
Carrie, so what you got to understand is like once your dude get back to these friend circles and your girl has taken a picture with Chris Brown, us as men knew that if Chris Brown wanted to, he could have smashed your girl. So we ain't gonna never let that down. It's a 90% chance that he got to swap her out. But
No,
if Chris
no. Okay, sorry.
when Chris Brown take the picture, like it's just him doing his job at that time. Like that's
Correct.
all it is. Not I know it sounds like a double what y'all call it a double
A
standard,
double standard.
and it
And
is,
not
but
from the perspective 2K, not a double standard in the fact in not in the way of the woman should be able to do that because those photos are crazy if you have a man at home as the woman. I'm saying it's a double standard because I'm sure if the shoe was on the other foot, if a female was married and she was taking those kind of photos with men, that would be crazy. That wouldn't work.
No, you
yeah,
can't
but
take those type of photos in general. You just can't do that shit.
Just can't take,
listen,
but y'all
y'all get to
can.
lick other female rugs and go back home and like without different titles. Y'all can
Did
munch
you
as
say
much
lick their
carpet as
rug?
y'all want to, and y'all get to come back to the side. Can't no dude get penetrated by another dude and ever come back from it.
Facts. That's a
So
fact.
it's
That's an
double.
example of it.
It's
That's
double
a great example.
standards. Like hey, sometimes it work for you, sometimes it don't.
Yeah, it's just
All
I
right.
think that it's certain things that women can get away with that men can't, and it's certain things that men can get away with that women can't. And I just think that a chick that's in the mix for me is a red flag. I mean,
Well,
she
Carrie,
might be there for a good time, but she can't be kept. She can't be.
Carrie knows exactly what's going on, and I'm gonna break it down for her because I
Okay.
guarantee
Yes, you
she's
do.
going to disagree with this. So, Carrie, you married,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Okay. Can your husband go to the Janet Jackson concert and she grind on him in front of everybody?
Like she pulls him on stage.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't care. It's
Oh,
Janet
And you want
Jackson.
listen. The reason you don't care
Man,
because
girl, and
the
she's like, let me touch it now. Janet touched it too.
so care. The reason you don't care,
Be like, don't
care.
embarrass
The
me.
reason
Don't
you don't care is
no.
because you know Janet Jackson. Janet Jackson probably don't want to f him for real. You
Mhm.
know that. You just know, hey, this is a show.
But even
But
if
All
she
right.
it's
do,
the
that's
other
not
way
a
around.
even
And
if
your
she
girl,
do, that's not a problem. Like that's not something that's a deal breaker, bro.
Can
yeah,
sexy
you kind
red
of
can
get clout
sexy
because
red
Janet
do
want
that
to
though?
do your dude.
Can sexy
But
red do it?
when it's Usher putting your girl on stage, you know for a fact the only thing that stopped your girl from getting buzzed down was that she was on stage.
So could it be the reverse though? Could like what if Chris Brown pulls your girl on stage?
It's a
Or no.
no. It's a no.
Let's
It's a
You
no.
Usher
can't take the pictures.
Usher's
You can't take the
Usher
pictures, so
thing.
you damn sure can't be on that motherfucking
Let me tell
stage.
you something.
Okay.
A dude can't even tell my like if I'm sitting here and it be like and a dude be like, hey, like and they call out if they know my chick is sitting next to me and they be like, what do you know what is Anton think? And they, hey, what you she won't even fucking answer unless I say, yeah, hey, you can come over here and say something. Like you can't have
Yeah,
zero control over my chick in no way, shape, form. You can't get her to do nothing. You can't do nothing. Nothing. Zero. And that ain't just for my chick. That's for any girl that's around me
and
at that time.
the real no.
So
That's why every time Rita around, I ask Anton, hey, it's cool if I holler at Rita? Cause off the top, like I know for a fact, I don't want you coming to my girl without my permission. Cause Anton got that different type of
And,
money. I need to monitor this conversation.
but it's different. It's different on the flip side though. Like 2K framed it perfectly, right? He said, like for example, a dude can't come back from what I'm saying, like being gay. Like you forever gay, regardless of whether or not you just like I ain't with him right now. Like you just if you slept with another man, you think you. You know what I'm saying? A chick that been with another chick, it's not the same. Like that's just you just had a good time.
let me ask you a question. So I get it with the guy, but let's say then that you guys go to a Tiana Taylor concert and Tiana pulls her up on the stage.
That's cool. I ain't tripping off that.
I am.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't.
Cause
I wouldn't trip. First of all, nobody can pull my chick up on stage. That's number one. But I wouldn't trip in the same way because I would imagine if Tiana Taylor put her up on stage, then it would be on some they doing a 1-2 step together. I'm not
Oh
imagining
no.
that Tiana
No, no,
Taylor
no, no,
pulling
no.
up.
She
No,
grinding on it.
Tiana will
She
grind
grinding
up
on it.
on, yeah, she'll sit
She
you on a
grinding on it.
chair.
Nah, you can't do that.
Taylor, she the type of chick that'll
That's
try
all. I'm
to
surprised you
dominate your
said
girl.
yeah.
No, I thought she was talking about they were about to be up there doing a one two
Oh,
step or something.
oh
I
no,
didn't know you
no,
was talking
no.
Yeah,
about.
Tiana
no.
Taylor. No, Tiana Taylor. She
Tiana Taylor
she across
try to
she across
dominate
faded.
your girl. And see that yeah, I can't not Tiana.
And
I
Tiana
don't know, man.
Taylor.
I don't want a girl that's in the mix like that, bro. I'm just not interested.
Rightfully so, bro.
Understandable.
You're not even really
Understandable.
that attractive when I see you at the same spot over and over and over.
Yeah.
Like, honest.
Everybody didn't had you probably. A lot of niggas didn't had you. Somebody.
You just got to know how to operate with the bust downs. That's all. And a
Yeah,
lot of
I
guys
don't
Oh,
don't.
even.
yeah, yeah.
A lot
But
of
I
guys don't.
mean, I wouldn't even like. I'm not even really trying to be seen with a bust down, and I ain't even talking about doing nothing with them. I'm just talking about like in the mix like that. I ain't really trying to like be spending. I don't want to be seen with the bust down. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want that. I don't even want that type
I,
of image. You know what I'm saying? Like even a bust down, that's a chick that that's not something that you supposed to be visible and flaunting. Like, oh man,
Yeah.
shit. Like even if you're dealing with a bust down, that's a after hours. She snuck in through the back door type shit. That's not on no. That's not a cool thing to just be seen with a chick that everybody want to
I ain't gonna lie, Carrie. It's certain dudes out here that if I ever see you with, I'ma think way lesser of you. Like,
You said what?
like it's certain dudes that if I ever see you with, I'ma think way lesser of you.
fuck.
Well, I mean, I'm sure there are, and I'm sure I wouldn't be around them for obvious. reasons. That's why I was saying, why would any woman be around those, like, be in the mix that way? But I mean, clearly some
I
are.
ain't gonna lie, them niggas, they some fun boys. Like they don't got nothing to lose. It's exciting. I can see the illusion because I used to be one of these niggas. I know what we got the alpha. Like when I put
Oh,
let's
so
say
you're
me and
not
you
there
together.
anymore, or you're
No,
only
no,
there
no.
for you're only there for
I
business now.
I done elevated in life. Okay,
If I find out that Rodney hit, that's a fuck up. Were you let Rodney hit?
I can't fuck with you.
Yeah, I can't fuck with it. That shit crazy. That nigga Rodney hit. Dirty Dick Rodney hit. You straight.
Who are these
Nah, like
women?
yo, I done elevated myself. Like I got mad at Randy today. She said, "Man, let me know if you need any weed or anything." I said, I'm on the cocaine. Like don't insult me with weed. I'm on the bigger and better thing. Like what weed? Like who you think I am? So like yeah, you know we upgraded, man.
Yeah, we good. Well, speaking of that, let me pivot over to this Tyrese situation real quick. So, um,
Uh-oh.
yeah, we didn't talk about this last night, but let's pivot over to Tyrese real quick. So, Tyrese was on Shannon Sharp's show, and you know what I'm saying. He was talking his talk. So let me pull this up real quick. Oh shit! Did I do that wrong? Let me see if I can get that up. Hold on. I don't even know. I don't even know if I got the video up right. No, I didn't get the video right. Hold on, let me pull it up. But yeah, Tyrese was on Shannon Sharp's show, and he was kind of talking about relationships and that um, he was breaking down how men deal with women and why it's a whole nother standard and all of that type of stuff. And so I'm gonna go ahead and pull it up and see if I can get that up real quick. But did any of y'all watch this Tyrese interview at all? Any of these clips or anything like
Yeah,
that?
I watched it.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, I watched
Not
it. The one thing I thought is why niggas that got rich always want to come from the slums.
What do you mean?
He like started out with, "Oh, I was from where you didn't know if you were gonna wake up the next morning." I was like, "Nigga, shut up."
He was, I
for
think.
real.
I don't know.
What, I think that's his
I
story
just
though.
hate that every
That
rich
nigga from
nigga
Watts, bro.
gotta come from the ghetto. Nothing, nigga, shut up.
Quentin, that nigga's from Watts.
Yeah, he is from Watts.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
his.
care.
If you ever had to make it from that environment, Quint, it's something to brag on, nigga. The
Nigga,
odds was not in your
what,
favor.
nigga, you don't know where I came from, nigga. Niggas got shot where I came from. That's why we fucking moved.
You
Then
got
you can
shot,
use
nigga.
that story too.
Like niggas get shot at the corner store where I came. What you talking about?
That was a straight, nigga. It wasn't for you. They wasn't shooting at you.
No,
They
niggas,
were
like
there to murder Quentin.
like I can't, like a dude was walking down the street and somebody shot him and he like crawled to our door and like run a doorbell and ask for help type of shit.
But that's a part of your origin story. You need to get more pussy with that, bro.
I don't tell nobody about nigga.
I was gonna say
I,
that.
I tell people I'm from the suburbs and we leave it at that. Fuck all that shit.
Quentin, you just did the exact same thing that you accused Tyrese of doing.
I didn't do nothing. No, I didn't. I didn't say I came from nothing, nigga. I didn't come. I just moved. Nothing changed about me. We just moved, nigga.
Well, you just
They
said
gonna
people
shoot
got
you
shot where you was
anyway. I
from.
ain't gonna lie.
we moved, nigga. We didn't move
Well,
because
look,
nigga,
well, let me play a little bit of this real quick, and then I want to get y'all thoughts.
I was on the spectrum, and we started collecting insurance money every month. And me and my brother, we motherfucker get rolled.
Man, you in the people office walking backwards.
What happened?
let's talk about what this nigga's
What
wearing.
event you got coming up? Now, come on, man.
I'm gonna try to find it. I don't know.
And then it leaks on TMZ because court documents is public. And now I got to go the next 6 months trying to get niggas to believe the truth when the lie will always get more traction. The lie is always more popular. You know what? If you think I'm playing, I'm gonna announce it early. If you think I'm playing, the day before you air this interview, I'm gonna tell niggas me and you got in a fight.
See if I can find it.
Listen, man. All these men out here that are singing are trying to convince everybody in the world that they hate men, they don't need a man, they don't want a man, they don't desire a man, and that they can do bad all by themselves. Nobody wants to go home. Here's the memo. And I want the word. Do me a favor. Editor, whoever the editor, what's your editor name?
Well, CJ
I'm
coming.
a fast
CJ,
forward
okay.
part.
That's simple. Go through divorces, or you've been through a divorce yourself. Here's needs to go home to a poodle and a vibrator. Nobody needs to be alone. Nobody should be alone. This concept of being alone is bullshit. Because most of your favorite female singers that are out here singing this song are going home to their man, their fiance, or their husband. Whether you know it or not, that's on you. You believe that toxic ass shit. That's why you're filling up the arenas with it. Nobody wants to be alone, sir. No man. This is biblical. Companionship. Look it up, non-biblical people. So I was not devastated when my divorce ended because I wanted someone or something to be with me. I got married because I wanted to do it for the rest of my life.
I'll bring 2K on when this connection comes.
Because I loved the way I felt and what I had in my marriage and my family. It became a world within a world within a world. And it was a world that I had never experienced prior to that. Honeymoon, love, beauty, magic, everything, my brother. Fucking up there with the Care Bears. Floating, bruh. My God. Some shit.
What do y'all think so far about what he's saying about relationships and how nobody should be alone or nobody wants to be alone?
I agree. Like, because like in your deepest, darkest moments when you're just sitting there, like you want someone, like even me just sitting over here laughing by myself, I feel like an idiot. Just like laughing at a movie. Like, have you just laughed by yourself? It's fucking weird. It's weird as shit just to laugh by yourself.
It's definitely people that want to be alone. I'm not gonna act like it's not strange, but it's definitely people that want to be alone, and they literally move people out their lives. People that could possibly be good for them. They find a way to intentionally push a lot of people out their life, and they're alone. And now I don't know if they complain about it, or if I don't understand some of the people that I know like that. I don't know what they're trying to accomplish, but they definitely don't want nobody to bother them. And I don't understand.
That's different than being alone, not wanting to be bothered. Like they put niggas in isolation in prison for a reason.
Yeah, but you're not in prison. Like they'll have somebody that they're dealing with, and then they just fuck it up.
Yeah, but I don't think that that's necessarily because that's what they really want. That's probably the result of something.
What do you mean, Carrie?
I think that's probably the result of having had some kind of experience or experiences at some point in time in life, and you have labeled it, I'm safer alone, I'm better alone, I'm happier alone, I can't trust anybody, so I have to be alone. Like, I have a pretty close family member who that's like the theme of her life story, is that I have to be alone because I have nobody I can rely on or depend on because everybody has let me down. So because humans are naturally, like communal type creatures, for lack of a better word, in general. There's always an anomaly, but in general, I don't think that anybody truly wants to be alone in the sense of like long period of time, leave me alone. Unless they're on some kind of spiritual journey, I don't think so.
I hate saying this and it sounds so like feminine, like for a season. Like maybe they want to be alone for a season, but after that,
right, like I can see it attached to a purpose, you know what I'm saying, but not like I'm just a loner, leave me alone, and I really want it like that, like permanently. especially as you get older. You know, I don't see that.
I remember when I first moved to Oklahoma, like and drive. I got off at 1 o'clock in the morning. I'd have a girlfriend, and that was lonely, knowing I was going back to my cracker box freaking apartment by myself every night. That freaking hit me in my soul.
Y'all weird. Y'all weird.
What? That's fucked
Y'all
up.
weird. Y'all weird as hell. Like I don't know. Y'all weird to me. I like being alone. I like
No, we're
um I like being around people and I like companionship, and but I also love being alone too. Like I like when I let's just say for example I have a long night. Like usually on Monday nights, I don't have nobody there with me. Rita be out here with Leslie and stuff like that or whatever like that, right? And I go in and I turn in on a Monday, on a Monday night going into Tuesday. I'm ready to go to bed. And when I could spread out over that bed, and, I love having something to grab, but then at the same time, I love spreading out on the bed without having to worry about nobody in there or waking up in the morning and having to worry about whether or not, somebody wake up as a result of me going and taking a shower and getting ready to go into the studio next day. I'm cool with being by myself and I'm cool with being around another person. Like I'm straight. Like I don't be thinking to myself when I'm by myself, like, oh my God, I didn't leave it. I don't trip.
But that's different than what I think he's saying. I'm talking about a person who's like, I don't want to be with the person. Like you have a wife,
Forever.
but you still have time alone. I would hope everybody loves to have some time alone, especially once you have a spouse and kids. But I thought I'm taking it as him saying somebody who is just not wanting to be with anybody.
Let me tell you
Like,
something. For extended periods of time, listen, I remember I used to go and take trips by myself. Like, like I remember a trip that I took by myself on a holiday. It was Thanksgiving, and I just didn't feel like being around no family members. And this was a few years ago. This was before COVID. Because I used to always take trips by myself to just like clear my head and shit, right? So I would just take a week and I would go to Vegas
That's different though, because it's like
by
being
myself.
alone is not.
By
No, being
myself, and I
alone is
was on
also mental. It's
during the
mental. You're
holiday.
not alone. You
But what's wrong, Quentin? Go ahead.
oh my bad. I said like being alone, like
What?
it's like in your head. It's like in your head too. Because like yeah, you go to Vegas alone, but like eventually you have someone to go home to.
My
You're not
point is
alone
that
alone. You're by yourself, but you're not alone.
I don't believe in, for me personally, I have never experienced what loneliness looks like. Most times I crave, if I'm around too many people for too long, I crave being by myself. I love going into the studio and being there from 5:30 in the morning till being there till 10 at night sometimes.
This is semantics again. Being by yourself and being alone
No, no, no,
is
Yo,
two different
no,
things.
no, no.
It's
yo,
two different things.
yes,
It's
thank you.
not. It's not semantics because the very example that you gave in the beginning was you were driving home from work and you had nobody to go home to. But here,
Alone. I'm
no,
why
alone.
you sound like saying
Alone.
so?
here's the key though. But here's the key though.
Man,
At some point, you knew you was gonna be able to call up a chick and come and fuck her, and you wasn't gonna be alone.
Nope. I just moved to Oklahoma. I was tapped out. The cover was bare. I
That's
ain't
not the
met no.
same thing. That's not the same thing of him as him having
let's
like a girlfriend or a wife at home.
Let
Like
me tell
that's
you
not the
something.
same.
Let me tell you
Obligated.
something. Let me tell you why that's not true. Because it's okay. Now we got to get into it. This is the good part of the conversation. This is why it's not true. Because there's plenty of people that are in marriages and in relationships, and they more lonely than if they was to be by themselves.
I said it
Having
was a mental thing. I
no,
said that it was mental.
listen. It's not mental. It's real. Because it's
You
not.
can feel alone in a marriage.
Because listen, I know motherfuckers that have been married for 30, 40, 50 years, and they made sure that they stayed at work and they worked overtime because they hated going home. Those are some of the niggas that was inside of the steel plant, right? And those are some of the niggas that worked at Ford and all of this stuff. There's plenty of people every day that got somebody to go home to, and they hate going home. but they do it because they have to out of duty, not because they desire it. So when we just use this and say and use a blanket statement and say, "Oh, okay, well, that's because you got somebody," that's not enough. It's not enough to have a body around. It's a difference between being alone and being lonely. I have never experienced
That's not true.
loneliness
That's
in
not true.
my life, and it's
That
not.
person always had a
Has nothing to
choice.
do. It has nothing to do with being married because you can be in a situation where you're still
No,
lonely because the person that you next to, for whatever reason, is not the person that you want to be next to at that time. You can be there. That's I would argue that that's worse to be around
it,
people and to feel alone than to be by yourself and not be lonely.
well, you just
No,
said it.
I agree with that, but
You
that's
just
not what we were.
disproved your
That's not.
point
How did I disprove
Yeah.
my point?
because you said that the choice was to stay at work. Like there's a choice to go home and be with the person. Like it's between your ears. It's like
No, it's
if
not.
you had absolutely nobody to go home to, ain't nobody picking up the phone, no choices, ain't no girls texting back. That's alone. There's a person at the house that you can go home to if you wanted to.
I believe that people. Somebody just said it in the chat. They literally just read my mind. Cornelius Jackson. If you can't be alone and be happy, there's no way you can be in a relationship and be happy.
That's not what the question was. The question is,
But
do
that's
you
not
want
what
to
we
be
were
alone?
talking
I ain't say
about.
that was the question. What I'm saying
Can you
is,
be alone? Do you want to be
I
alone?
believe that I believe that people that are interdependent on somebody else in order for them to be happy, meaning that they can't be by themselves and be absolutely joyous, but they always feeling lonely when they don't have somebody else to go home to. I believe that those are some of the most toxic people. If you can't be absolutely ecstatic by yourself and you're not full alone, then there's no fucking way that you can be whole in a relationship. So when I see
I
Tyrese talking like that, I look at that as a fucking red flag. Because when you always complaining about something that is long gone, I think that that is an issue. You have to be able to be whole by yourself before you can be in a relationship, which is probably one of the reasons why you got detachment issues, Quentin. Because
I
Quentin,
don't have.
think about what Quentin said. Quentin said, "No, let's get rid of it. Let's get into it now." Quentin said, "When I was driving home from work and I was in Oklahoma, I felt so alone and I feel lonely." But guess what? Quentin today very much prefers to kick a bitch out as soon as he don't like her toes, like fucking Boomerang, like Eddie Murphy and Boomerang.
When I felt that way, it was
mm-hmm.
2000. When I felt that way, it was 2010.
They don't shit change. We
Yes, it
become more
is.
of what we
I was
already
still
are. We become more of
I
what we are.
think this is where it's mental. I think feeling alone because I was in this little cracker box, like square box apartment. Like space does something for your mentals.
That's
I
not what you
think
said, Quentin. That's not what you said.
my whole premise has been it's between your ears is what alone is like. No,
I
because I
don't.
could be alone and be texting the world and be fine.
I've
Like,
I've
I
seen
don't feel
people be
alone
in
if I
some
can
of
text
the
somebody.
I've seen people be in some of the biggest houses, and then they wind up being by themselves in a fucking small apartment and be feeling freer than ever.
It's not me. As soon as I moved to a bigger space, all my worries went away. I got a rent house and I had all the
Okay,
space in the world. It was great.
wait. So let's establish this though. Like, do we feel like the alone that Tyrese is talking about
It's
is the
forever.
same? What? I don't think he was
I
talking
think
about
it's
being
forever, like
alone forever.
alone forever, ever. You don't ever is what he's talking about. I don't need nobody. I could be alone forever.
I don't. I feel like that. I don't need nobody. I can be alone forever. I love being around people, but I absolutely believe that I don't need nobody and I could be alone forever.
Anton, you can't. It does. You don't count. You're married. Like nobody
What does
can
that
think that
mean?
you're married,
He
so
said
you're
you
not
don't count.
alone. You have a wife who you live with.
So wait a minute. So you
You
telling me
don't
that?
count.
No, no, no. First of all, I got multiple different places. Okay, and I
So
spend the majority of my time down in the city, and they spend their time in the suburbs. So it's not like I'm forced to do anything. I'm out here by choice. So that's number one. But number two, how come? So wait a minute. My thoughts don't count because I'm married.
No, not your thoughts don't count because you're married. What I'm saying is you saying that you have no problem being alone. No, like you're not alone though. So
I
you
know
really
plenty of guys that are married and they fucking can't make a sandwich without somebody that's around them.
no,
Like
you're bringing up a whole different.
they
That's something different.
need somebody. They need a woman
Wait,
around them, or they feel completely lost. Oh my
Well,
god! At this point,
Anton,
I'm
I'm
Anton,
not that type
the
what
of
he's
person.
saying
opposite.
is,
The
she's saying
opposite of not being
you're exempt
alone.
from the loneliness because you're married.
Well, no, the opposite of not being alone is, I'm sorry, the opposite of, yeah, not being alone doesn't mean that you are needy of your woman. It just means you're not physically alone. Like you have another human being that you live with, that is in your life for the long haul,
I
that has
think
been in
that
your life for 20 plus years.
that feeling is a feminine feeling. That's a
It's
feminine.
not a feeling,
Oh,
it's a fact. You're not alone. Rita has been in your life for
oh,
over 20 years.
That doesn't mean anything.
Even
And that's
that
it.
means that you're not alone.
Oh my god. Okay.
In the context that he's saying, that Tyrese is saying, even the context, let me, I think of the example you came in with, it assumes the person is alone long term. That's how I took it. Not a
Blockbuster,
week,
I
not a
never got
month.
yeah.
kicked out of the game. I never got kicked out of the game. I got took to the security tunnel. They gave me a little talking to. They realized that I've spent a lot of money and I went back to my seat and I kept trolling. So let's be clear. Never got kicked out of the NBA game. Let's continue.
I'm so lost.
That lives matter, but don't worry, we gonna get there. I spend the majority of my time. I probably spend more time alone than people that are single, just because of my work schedule, just because of what it is that I do for a living, and the amount of dedication that I put into my craft.
I still would not, there, of all the words that could be used to describe you based off of what you have shared, alone is not a word I would think that someone would use to describe you. Now, maybe you work a lot and therefore you are alone at times, yes, but in the sense of what he was talking about, I think he was talking about being alone relationship wise. You are not with anybody. It's just you. Not you've never been physically alone for long periods of time. Like that's my scenario a lot with my husband. He's on the road a lot. So he's alone a lot. I'm alone a lot, but we're not, I'm not living in a my life alone. Like I have a husband, he has a wife. I think Tyrese is saying
That is
these
a
people are
construct, Gary. That is
these
a
people are
construct.
following these people are following music and following women who give off the impression that they're good by themselves, that they're fine
Let me ask you a
alone.
question.
I,
Are there men that are single that prefer to be single?
Yes.
Yes, I believe so.
Is that the very definition of being alone?
No.
No,
No.
no, not at all.
So
I think so
if they
though.
single, hold on, wait, because y'all mixing me up. Now I'm a see suit and I'm a little slow. If they're single and they prefer to be single, how is that not the very definition of being alone? Because you're using my marriage or your marriage to justify being alone, to justify the twisted definition of what we're trying to say of being alone. Now I use an example of a married couple that literally don't even want to be around each other majority of the time, but they stay married for whatever reason, and that wasn't enough. So if a person is single and they prefer to be single, how is that not being alone?
Well, just because you're single doesn't necessarily mean you're alone. You just are not committing to somebody.
They're
Like
Correct.
single.
that's
They're single. Hold on,
so
let me
now.
say
But
it
if you
again for
told me
y'all.
they're single
Let me
and
say it
they
again for
also,
y'all.
oh,
Let me
sorry,
say it
go ahead.
again. They're single and they prefer to be single. Is that being alone?
No, you're changing words. I don't like what you're doing.
Yeah, but I
No,
won't
I'm
say you
talking about what
change
Hey,
something.
Tyrese
so
said alone.
okay.
Alone means nobody else. There's no one texting back. I'm by myself. This is why he said that women don't want to be alone because they're always texting someone, even though they're single. So you don't really want to be alone. You want to do what you want to do on your terms. But that's not being alone. It's between the ears. You got to add the context, Anton. Ain't that what you always say? It's about the context.
Y'all are crazy out of y'all mind. Y'all are literally crazy out of y'all mind.
It's the context, Anton. Anton Daniels,
How
antondaniels.com.
how is that not being alone if you're alone and you prefer to be alone?
You just changed it. You just changed it from you prefer single and you prefer to be single
I
to you're
phrase
alone and
I
you prefer
I
to be
gave
alone.
I gave a scenario, a circumstance, and y'all saying that in no circumstance are you ever really alone. That's what y'all basically telling me.
You're
That's not
changing
that's
the context of what my man Tyrese is saying.
No.
I ain't talking about what Tyrese is saying right now. Tyrese wasn't
This
saying
is
the
this
same
is
thing when I was using an example of people that are married, but they don't prefer to be together. I'm giving a
That's not.
scenario. I'm saying if you are single by choice and you prefer to be that way, is that being alone?
it depends on if you're seeing anybody or not. If you're like if you're single because you're not dating, you're not with anybody, you just are by yourself, then yes, you are alone. But if you're single purely because you don't want to marry somebody, then that doesn't necessarily mean you're alone because you might have a companion that you might have a living girl, well, not girlfriend, well, whatever y'all consider.
You single.
hold
Say,
on,
okay, whatever.
Anton, answer me this. Answer me this. Instead of saying you're alone, can we say that you're isolated? Just for the sake of the just for the sake of the discussion.
Slimmy, go to sleep. But go drink some juice, Slimmy.
No, no,
No,
no,
no, no,
no,
no.
no.
Can we say that you're isolated just for the sake of this discussion?
That's probably
So we can
better.
use alone. No, so we can use alone in the form of where Tyrese is coming from. Can you say that you're more isolated than alone?
So okay, can I just ask y'all a question?
Am I frozen?
No, yes, you frozen. Yes, you frozen.
That shit
You
is
look like
weird.
you look like a base head too.
Oh,
Hey,
man.
all right, so let me ask y'all a question. And can y'all give me a scenario where a person is actually alone in?
Yes, like you're
Alone?
alone, you live by yourself, and there's no one texting back. There's no one at any point in time that you're dealing with to text back, have sex with, suck your little penis, hang out with, go to dinner. You have nobody.
No, I can give you a scenario where somebody is alone. Somebody
Outside,
that's
outside,
homeless.
outside of prison. Outside of prison.
Because the older
Homeless
you get,
homeless
those
people
people.
are very much alone sometimes.
Well, I'm just saying, like
They're
the
very much
older you
alone. I
get,
don't know if we want to count that. Are we not including them?
the more the
Homeless people.
stragglers go by the wayside, the older you get. Like as I'm getting older, my like women decrease. Like I used to be like 6 women at a time. Now it's like 2, 1. Like maybe you ain't like struggling. Maybe I need to jack off tonight type of shit. Sorry.
Wow.
Like they just disappear after you. The older you get, like the women just disappear. They get older, they
So
stop dealing with.
if there's no options, is that considered alone?
Okay, so answer me this, Anton. What if you're single
Huh?
but you live with
Wait a
someone?
minute.
No,
Wait.
tell me this, Anton.
Hold
What
on.
if you're single but you live with a girl, but you're single because you didn't commit? That's not my girlfriend. We just live together. Are you alone?
By y'all definition, that's not single.
That's
By y'all
not
definition, no, 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 no. By y'all definition, by the world standards, they are in a relationship and they are not alone. That is by y'all definition. That is
Well,
not
the relationship would be roommates. That or roommates is a relationship. So yes, that's the relationship is a roommate.
that fuck though. And go to dinner and help each other with bills and shit, right?
Yeah, so we just trying to get, but we single.
Come
At the
on,
end of
man.
the day.
Are we gonna be for real? Or are we just like trying to be?
You the one that brought up this whole
Yeah,
semantics by myself alone, change the words and meaning
I
and
think
context.
that being alone. I think that being alone, it could take many different forms. I believe there are a lot of people that are in relationships, for example, or in marriages that are very much lonely and alone. And
Okay,
I
so
agree with that.
so why y'all act like y'all didn't understand what I
I
was
no,
saying
I
before?
agree.
That,
Well,
that
So
pushes
if
on
a
my point.
person can, but my point is this: if a person can be in a relationship and be alone and lonely, how can a
no,
person that's
lonely. You said alone and lonely.
okay,
I
alone,
agree with
whatever,
lonely.
alone, let's just say alone,
Those are two
then
different
how can a
things.
person that is not, no, wait, if a person is in a relationship and they could be alone,
I
how
said
can,
it multiple times. It's what's
hold
between
on,
your
hold on,
ears. It's
let me frame it.
not a physical state of
If
being.
y'all can agree, if y'all can agree that a person can be in a relationship and be alone, how can you not agree that a person that is not in a relationship and would prefer not to be in a relationship could also be alone? How
Because
can y'all
you're
disagree with that?
talking about alone in your head, which is I'm married, but I don't feel like I'm married because you're not here with me. I'm alone, as opposed to physically being alone. You're talking about two different things.
And I didn't agree to the alone. I agreed to the lonely.
y'all, hey, Anton, you gotta go get some more Beijing. They gonna give you some more
No,
Perrier.
because they up here in the chat
That's for
and
sure.
y'all up here on this panel acting like I'm crazy. I'm not crazy.
You are.
I'm not
I've
Yes,
crazy.
you
known
are.
Anti
On
for
this,
795 days, and I am calling him crazy
I
today.
am not crazy. How can y'all agree with the opposite and then act like I'm off my rocker?
I don't agree with what you just said. We agree with. So I don't.
But I agree.
Boy, hey, Carrie ain't no joke, boy. Boy, I see what y'all be going through on Mondays. Woo!
Cause man, y'all crazy. And I know I'm not crazy. I know
Yeah,
I'm
no.
He's
not
a
crazy.
sly
I don't
one.
think that you can't I can't be married and be alone long term unless my husband is just physically not here for a long period of time. However, I could be lonely, or I can be alone in that he might not physically be here for a certain period of time. I believe you can be single and you could be physically alone because you choose not to be with anybody casually or what have you. Or you could be single, but you have companions or you have people that
Bust
you
down.
interact with, or you're, whatever. And so therefore you're not necessarily single and alone. But you could be.
Wait. You know what I think the issue is that we don't know if Tyrese is talking about the mental state of being alone or the physical state of being alone.
He's
We're gonna have
talking
to
about
agree on
being
that.
alone for the duration of your life, like not having someone, not being married. That you Anton took it totally left. This dude is
Right.
talking about not being married for life and just being by yourself.
Yeah, because he said you guys don't know that these women are either going home to their boyfriend, their fiance, or their husband, and you're thinking they're going home to their
Right,
vibrator, their cat.
right. That's the start. That's right before he said his point. Play it again, Anton. Just play it again real quick. Because maybe I missed something.
Or something. So I was not devastated. People, okay. So look, whoever your editor, beautiful women, other women go through divorces, or you've been through a divorce yourself. Here's the bounce: needs to go home to a poodle and a vibrator. Nobody needs to be alone. Nobody should be alone. This concept of being alone is bullshit. Because most of your favorite female singers that are out here singing this song are going home to their man, their fiance, or their husband. Whether you know it or not, That's on you. You believe that toxic ass shit. That's why you're filling up the arenas with it. Nobody wants to be alone, sir. No man. This is biblical. Companionship. Look it up, non-biblical people. So I was not devastated when my divorce ended because I wanted someone or something to be with me. I got married because I wanted to do it for the rest of my life. Because I loved the way I felt and what I had in my marriage and my family. It became a world within a world within a world. And it was a world that I had never experienced prior to that.
There you go.
So he's talking about being married as opposed to not.
He said, but no. He's talking about
Companionship.
The world.
he's
He's talking
talking
about
about
the village.
his marriage, but he said whether they're going home to their man, their fiance, or their husband. So it wasn't just about being married. He was using the women to describe something about people going home to somebody, and then he was talking about why he was married. And so there's context in there. It wasn't just, oh, it's only about being married. He was talking about his marriage, but he also prefaced it by saying that whoever it is that you go home to, however you define it, nobody wants to be alone.
Right. His biggest premise is everybody wants companionship. For him, companionship came through a marriage. For somebody else, it might be you're engaged. For somebody else, it might be a boyfriend or a girlfriend. Like I agree that he gave the overarching and then he gave his individual experience, but I still think that he's talking about somebody having a forever person, and whatever that means for you, having someone to be with for forever, and not purely because it's a thing or it's a body, but it becomes a world within a world within a world for you. It becomes your own little thing. You have companionship for forever. That's how I took it.
Well, whatever. Y'all crazy. However y'all want to
You
spin
have
it.
it.
Y'all crazy. I think that y'all crazy. I think that y'all crazy. And y'all trying to use my marriage against me. You're trying to disqualify my opinion by saying that I'm married. That's bullshit.
We're just disqualifying the being alone that
Quentin,
he's talking,
nope, 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 nope.
the being alone that he's talking about is not the alone that you have when you are physically by yourself.
I agree.
You have a
I agree.
lifelong
But
commitment.
that's not the
So
point that I
that's
was
the
making.
only reason
That's not the point
you
that I was
said
making. My point had nothing to do with
anti-Semitic.
Tyrese, what Tyrese was saying. I leapfrogged off of the conversation in order to expand the conversation. I wasn't specifically speaking to only what Tyrese was saying. I was speaking to what Quentin was saying. When Quentin was saying, I felt so alone and I was driving home in Oklahoma City by myself. That's when I started to
Because
speak.
he doesn't have a lifelong companion.
But
He
he
could have
never
a jumper.
wanted
He
one.
could have a jump.
No,
Yes,
no,
he
no,
does.
no, no,
You
no, no,
gotta.
no, 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 no.
Yes, he
If
does.
Quentin openly admitted on, because I will never say anything that he didn't say on this, on these live streams. Quentin openly admitted that he wasn't interested. So on
That was
one hand,
14
he'll
years
say,
ago.
no, no,
That was
no, no, no,
14
no,
years
no, no, no. Because see, now I can leverage what you do against you. Quentin have openly admitted and said, first he'll say, sit up here and gaslight y'all and say, because I was so alone. But then the motherfucker be sitting here like, man, fuck that bitch. I don't want her around me and all of this shit. Get the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? He ain't checking for it. We regularly say, Quentin, why don't you
That's
want to get
a
married?
fact.
Quentin, why don't you want to get married? I mean, and
So Quentin,
so
do
he
you
can't
want a
sit here and
lifelong
say, no.
companion?
He can't sit here
ago.
in this situation, he got to pick one side or the other. He can't yo-yo it.
I never said no. I said this. What I'm currently, my current state of being It's fluid. It changes.
Oh, now he's a water. You know what I'm saying?
I reserve
The fuck
the
is
right
this?
to change my. I reserve the right to change my mind
From week to week?
from day to day.
Oh, hell, see what I'm saying? See,
And he currently
I
said he
deserve the
wants a
right to change my
lifelong
mind until
companion.
Cinderella walks in front of me. If Molly walked in front of me and said, "Quentin, take me," bet I want to get married.
but see, just last night he said he hated Molly.
Cause she was saying dumb
What?
stuff.
See what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? See,
You
you,
said you hated Molly?
see, y'all picked the wrong side. Y'all
Who's
picked the wrong
Molly?
side.
Is that your?
Molly
Is
was
that?
on the panel on Monday night.
Molly that be on the panel. She be on the panel with you.
She in the chat right now.
Oh, wait, isn't Molly married?
I said if she was single and said, "Quentin, take me, I'm yours."
See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying?
See?
Quentin.
See? See?
I said
But he did
if.
say
Like
he
that's a
wants a
See?
that's a
lifelong.
See, that's
He
big.
why
wants a life.
that's why Carrie didn't know. That's why Carrie didn't know who you was talking about. Cause Molly married. So she probably thought y'all was talking about somebody else. This
See
dude
what I'm
Quinn probably
saying? And y'all want to act like I'm crazy. I'm not crazy. Quentin crazy.
Oh, y'all niggas be making my cheeks hurt. Shit.
Quentin is crazy.
pause.
Quentin is
Pause,
crazy in
Mo.
real life. And y'all picked his side.
Lord.
Yes, I love Molly and her clavicles. Yes.
Oh my God. See what I'm saying? Now what? Go ahead. Go ahead, Carrie.
You
Defend him. Defend Quentin.
I mean, he did say though that he is now at a point where he wants a lifelong companion. So he's at that
If
point.
I meet,
No, he
I'm
doesn't.
open. Like
No, he
if
doesn't.
I see that woman, I'll be like, that's it. Cause when my Ava's mama pick up the phone on FaceTime and she's smiling and she be like, "Hey, cute daddy," like
See what I'm saying? He don't really want that.
I'm just saying, like
What's that? Oh, that's cool.
Quentin, why do you think you're still single?
that's why I just
Because he choose to
I
be
mean,
single.
obviously you and I that's why I was about to catch myself. Obviously, it's because you choose to, but I'm just saying, like,
well, I'm single because I don't put myself in places to meet new people.
See, what the fuck is that? What does that mean?
Like, I'm
Because he
always in the
no
house.
no because he'll sit here and he said he got his rosters. You know what I'm saying?
I said that was back in the day, and I said as I got older, it got smaller. I said it
So,
went
but
from
what was
six to
that?
I
That
got
was
a
only a
tab
couple
now.
months
I said
ago.
that.
That was only a couple months ago, Quentin. It was only a couple months ago.
Okay, then it's not that way no more. I gotta go and watch porn when I get off the live
See what I'm
stream. So
saying? See what I'm
I'm
saying?
just,
but I think that part connects to what he talked about before with like being around. Is that like dealing with being around crowds and around
I
people and stuff
don't
like that? Like,
believe that you could be a healthy person in a relationship until you are happy being alone. But y'all don't want to actually admit what being alone or define what being alone means. I think that people need to date
yes,
themselves. I don't even think that people know what they like. People need to date themselves. People can't even go out unless they call a homeboy or a homegirl and say, "Hey, you want to go out somewhere with me?" They don't even feel
no, now
comfortable
that
going
I
out
agree
together.
with.
They don't. And so
yeah.
how can people sit here and tell me, what being alone is when they don't even really see they lonely? It's a difference.
I'll go to the theater by myself. I'll go to the bar
I
by
can
myself.
too. I remember I
I'm
remember I
I'm
Yeah.
a
see a
sucker
lot
for
of
a
I
movies by
never
bar.
had
myself.
nobody go with me
I
nowhere.
love going to the theater by myself. I like going to the theater with people.
Man, I don't gotta share that big ass popcorn with nobody.
I like
Nobody.
watching certain movies by myself. Like and I'm the type of person, listen, I can watch a gangster movie right now. Sometimes I catch myself, I didn't been watch the whole feature film just watching fucking clips of Casino, Goodfellas on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? I didn't watch 33-minute clips on YouTube. I watched the whole full feature film just because I just like I'm cool with that. I ain't tripping.
No, I think
So,
that's
so the
healthy. I think that's necessary. again, especially as you get older and you have all these other things going on, I think being able to be alone and have time with yourself is truly important.
But see, this is the only difference that I will say. To me, that's isolating. I don't consider that alone. I don't consider myself alone because there's so many people around me that I do stuff with. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said, do you mean isolation? Because I isolate myself a lot. Like
I,
when I used to go
huh?
through,
I'm a linguist, and I don't think you're correct.
You're who?
A linguist. I'm versed in the English language.
so that's not isolating. That's not isolating yourself. What do you, I don't get that.
It's and
Let me
isolating
tell
is
you
being
something,
alone.
bro. You can go and bust a chick down, right? You can literally go and bust a chick down.
Yeah,
In
you're gonna
the
have
very
moments where you're
millisecond
gonna
that
be
you have
alone.
personal clarity. Like you were really
You're gonna
alone that whole time. That was just a body. You ain't really interested in that person. You just had clouded judgment at the moment. And the minute that you have personal
no.
clarity, you don't even want to be around her no more. Seriously. That's a real thing. You trying to figure out how to
Soon
fucking
as
how to get rid of her. You're not looking. You don't have companionship. You got a fucking moment. You could have shared that moment with anything and anybody. And it's dudes that be so clouded in judgment they didn't fucking slay the dragon. And they don't even realize the dragon is a dragon until Game of Thrones come on the TV. And they didn't got their nut
no
off.
no no no. They know that motherfucker a dragon. They mentally just don't want to accept
They're
it.
not there. They just there. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's just the thing. And so again, I don't always believe that just because you have somebody around you that translates into you not, you know what I'm saying, being something different than being lonely. But I don't know. Let me play a little bit more of this because he says something else that I want to get to too. Let me play this. Brother.
Honeymoon, love, beauty,
Hold on.
floating, bruh. My God. Some shit that
It was everything that you thought it would be and more.
I'm saying some shit right now that's so foreign. Like, what is it? If you get rid of the vibrator and the poodle, you'll understand what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Marriage, some other shit, my brother. Oh my. Don't get it fucked up. But she could leave me all she wants. I was devastated and crushed. Specifically, I let God down.
I don't care about this part.
But you can't make somebody stay where they don't want to be.
Father God, I love you and I trust you.
Yeah.
What?
Through thick and thin,
Check it out. Hold on.
sickness and health,
You gonna get to
for
it.
better for worse, till death do us part, along with all the other words. That's not God's opinion. That is the word of God. I gave God my word, and neither one of us are dead. So where the fuck are you at? See, I'm thinking that what's gonna happen? Karma, she left me, yes. And this is not a narcissist saying you should have stayed with somebody that you didn't want to stay with, irregardless of being married or not. That's that toxic ass narrative for all of that community. You think your grandparents are celebrating 50 years of marriage because your grandfather never cheated on her, nigga? Stop playing. When your grandmama gonna tell you, grandbaby, how many times your grandfather was a rolling stone, smashing everything in the neighborhood? This was prior to social media. We're gonna celebrate 60 years of marriage and not tell people how you were able to get through all of that? Your wife was down to 80 pounds after she had to go through chemotherapy and all of those random sicknesses. You stayed. Money up, money down.
So that's kind of the point that I wanted to get through. Um, okay, what are y'all thoughts first before I ask my question?
I will be honest, man. I I don't. I feel like this is an act. Like like he's in character. I don't ever remember him like expounded on things like with these gestures and this voice and these vocal tones. It almost sounds like he's in character, but you know, like the message is, as far as the message goes,
He's never had a sit down like this either.
huh?
He's never had like
Yeah,
an in depth like pour my emotions out sit down like this with nobody either.
That's not true. That's how that nigga was crying.
yeah,
No, it
no, he
wasn't.
has.
It was like a
He has.
5 minute interview. This is like nigga, Shannon Sharp. This is why he is what he is. Like, it's not an interview, it's a conversation. And he hasn't had a conversation with anyone like
Wait,
this.
so
No,
what?
he.
Wait. You don't think the Breakfast Club is a conversation?
No, it's they're fucking interviewing motherfuckers, is what they doing.
They get personal though. I mean,
Nigga, you can get personal in the interview, nigga.
I've heard
I
Tyler
don't know,
have
man.
a lot of different conversations about his relationship, about this type of stuff, a couple of different interviews, and a lot of his own lives and the things that he posts on his own. When he was on what's that called, Drink Champs, when he was on the one, what's this, I can't think of his name, Big Boy show, he was on somebody
None
else's
of
show, I
this
can't
is
think of.
club shit. This is in club Shay Shay. Like,
He was on.
this is
No,
a
what I'm
50
saying,
year old.
what I'm saying is
Hold
is
on, you gotta let her
he
land.
what I'm saying is that he definitely has had these types of conversations before, and I'm not gonna say that he's not animated, but he's an actor. So for all I like, maybe it comes out more dramatic, but I definitely don't think that he's fronting about what he's saying. I really do think that he was
No. I
impacted
don't,
by
yeah, I
his
don't think he's
by
right.
his marriage. I think he really valued being married, and I think he really got hurt when she left him and when he lost his marriage. I think he's speaking from his heart. And
And this,
I think because he is Anton, this is where I agree with you, like how you were saying with Cam Newton. I think because of who Tyrese is, he doesn't have to really front about it. He doesn't have to worry about the way he's perceived as a result of sharing what he really thinks and what he really feels. And I think he sees the toxicity that's out here. I think he got a personal experience with it with his ex-wife, and I think he's like, I'm gonna say something.
I think he's hurt by the fact that he made her.
could
That
be.
he met
Wait,
her in a $10 sundress. He met her in a $10 sundress, and now she came up off of him, and he got to pay child support, and she was fighting him in court, and now it's coming back to bite him. The fact that he put so much trust in a person that wasn't shit before he found her. I think that hurt more than anybody.
I don't think so. I think it hurt him that she turned in his mind. I think he thinks she betrayed their commitment, and I think that I'm sure it's an ego chip, a chip to the ego. Like, how could I not have seen this from somebody like you? How did I think you wouldn't have been this type of person? But I don't think it's solely resting in I turned you from nothing to something. I don't think it's that.
I wish somebody would. Me that I done made whoever it is that they are. I wish you would. But see, I'm territorial. Like that. It is what it is. I got a completely different perspective. I don't know. Man.
I hate when people say vet better. That's the dumbest shit I've ever fucking heard, man.
what do you mean?
I hate when people say he vetted. Somebody in the chat said he vetted wrong. And women can change their mind any moment. Nigga, vetting, fuck a vet, nigga. That shit. That's the dumbest shit.
No, I mean
So you
Especially,
don't think that
especially.
having discernment is
Okay.
not dumb.
Yeah,
That's not dumb.
nigga. You see how you just changed my words? I said vet. I didn't say having discernment.
That's the same thing.
No, it's not.
What do you think that means, Quinn?
Do you vet somebody? Do you discern somebody? No.
It, but it's under the umbrella of discernment.
What's the synonym? Nah, nigga. It's not a synonym, nigga. No.
No. When you're
I
look,
am
look,
the
look, look,
linguist.
look,
It's
look, look, look. Okay. So let me break it down to you. So when you vetting somebody, are you not looking for the red flags?
You use discernment while vetting. They're not the
Answer the
same thing.
question. Answer the question.
You use
Don't
discernment
can
while vetting. You
answer.
said they were the same
Answer.
thing. You
No.
said they were the
And
same thing.
Quentin, you gotta answer the
You
question. You
said
don't.
they were the same thing.
Quentin, you gotta answer the question because you already know you lost. That's all it is. You
No,
already know.
you said they
You
were the
already
same
know.
thing.
You
I
already
listened.
know.
I
You
listened.
already
You
know you
said
lost.
they were the
You
same
already
thing,
know
and
you
they are
lost.
not.
Okay, I said it. Okay. Watch this. When you are vetting, are you not looking for the red flags?
No, I don't look
Right.
for red flags. No, I don't look for red flags. No.
So what are you
No.
doing when you vetting them? What are you
I
looking
just see
for?
what they. I don't look for things. I just see what they are. I don't look for
What
things.
are you doing when you're vetting them?
Now you asked me, was I looking for red flags? No, I'm trying to see what kind of person you are. I'm not looking for red
I
flags.
asked, so I'm asking you, what are you doing when you're vetting them?
You're at, your line of questioning is dumb as fuck.
How?
I don't know what you're trying
It's
to
a
ask me.
simple.
I'm trying
You
to
just
see
trying.
what kind of
You
person you
trying to
are. I'm
dodge.
not looking for red flags. I'm trying to get to know you. I'm trying to see what kind of woman you are. Like, what do you mean? What are you getting at?
So if that's all you're doing while you're vetting them, where is that gonna end? Where is that gonna end up? Where is that
Nigga,
gonna end up? If all you're doing is just trying to find the basics out, who are you?
that's what matters. Who are you, nigga? What you mean? Who someone is why you.
So
What are we talking about right now?
so so Quinn. If all you're doing is looking for, if you're not gonna do anything but scratch the surface, you're not gonna find out the deeper intentions of someone, why they want to be around you, why they don't want to be around anyone else, why they don't have anyone in their life.
Why do I want to
That's
know
not
why?
vetting them either,
Why do I want to know why someone doesn't have anyone? Why do I want to know that?
because it could possibly be a problem.
I said get to know someone. That's all
Okay,
encompassing.
so
That's a
that's
real
basic
that's
though.
a real general statement. It's general as
Okay, so
fuck.
that's why I said,
So
are
it can
you gonna
encompass
go,
literally everything that you're
Quinn?
saying.
So Quinn, I said, are you gonna go deeper than the surface?
What's the surface, nigga? I'm getting to know someone. What are you talking about?
So all you gonna do is just get to know them, and you just gonna
Nigga,
keep
the
going in that
surface is you
circle.
cute.
We
The
just getting to
surface is
know them.
you cute and you
I'm
got a
just getting.
fat ass. That's the
How long do
surface,
you?
nigga.
How long do you get to know somebody? It takes fucking one fucking phone call to know somebody. If that's the case, I
That's
just
not true.
asked you.
That's not
Yes,
true.
yes,
That's
it
not
is,
true.
bro.
I don't
I
know
can
someone in a
find
phone
out
call. That's not
everything
true.
that you're talking about in one fucking phone
I
call. I
haven't
can
talked
find that
about
shit
anything.
out
I
in
said
10
get to know
minutes.
someone. You don't get to know nobody in 10 minutes. No.
I said, are you gonna go deeper than the surface? And you don't.
What's the surface?
I
Identify the
just
surface.
told you. I just
Identify
told
the
you.
surface. Identify the surface.
I just told you. You didn't
No, you
listen
didn't.
to that?
No, you
Oh
didn't.
my
You didn't
God, bro.
identify the surface.
I said you commented on what I said. You when I said why aren't you dealing with why aren't you dealing with anybody? Why do you want to spend time with me?
Why do I care about anyone previous to me?
So why do you want to spend time with me?
Wait,
And
Why haven't
wait a
I
why
minute.
know what
haven't
y'all
you found
no,
somebody
because
else?
I know what y'all are about to say. There is no way that my dad asked my stepmom about her previous relate. That's fucking weird.
Clinton, you don't find out why people's relationships fail?
Wait. So you would never ask or try to figure out what the fuck happened before you?
No, I just talk and then eventually come out. I don't have to ask. I don't have to
What?
ask.
I can agree. I can understand. I can agree with that part. Now that you added
This
that context,
this
I can
How?
agree with that
because you niggas on
because
these panels
go ahead.
told me you don't have to ask a woman her body count. You can just tell by talking to her.
That's
You niggas
correct.
on these panels, so
But
I ain't gotta ask no questions.
no. That's one factor, right? Another factor is
You can
if you
tell
have
by how
a
she move.
conversation with a woman, and let's just say, for example, she didn't every dude that she didn't ever that she done been with, she the one that left the relationship. That it matters. Like it
I don't
doesn't.
have.
That
I don't have.
matters. The fact that
That just
she's the
comes
one that's
down.
saying that I never am the one to break up with somebody. I'm the one. I
I
broke
don't.
up with a whole bunch of people. Or if her longest relationship was only 6 months and she 40, or I mean, all of those factors. You don't think none of those factors matter?
But the thing, you guys, I listen to the words that come out of y'all's mouth.
Hmm.
I didn't say I don't care. I said I ain't gonna ask. I talk enough to this shit's gonna come out.
Yeah, but there's some things that you can just ask, and you can
I don't have
like
to. Okay.
you're not. So you don't ask no questions when you start
I'm
talking to
really
her?
good. I'm really good with words, but I tend to keep the past where it is.
So you
Because if
wouldn't
you ask
ask.
me about because if you ask me about my past, you nigga, you might be out the door.
But that's the whole idea is that they need to ask you about your past to determine whether or not they need to be out the door.
Okay.
I believe that if you can deal with the worst of a person, and I've said this before, and that's how you know that that's your person. Can you find out if a chick got HIV if you never inquire or say, hey, I need you to take this test or whatever, so on and so forth? Can you just figure that out just from a conversation?
Yes, you can figure that out from a conversation if you're speaking to a legit woman. Yes, I would think she would tell
A
me.
legit woman, how do you
Like an
you
honorable
would, but
woman,
see, that's the thing.
like
No,
the
no, no,
woman
no, 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 no,
that I
no.
would want to be with would come up
Nope,
from
nope,
that
nope. You
information.
said, but see, that's the thing. That's a if. I don't need no ifs. I need something. Some things I need a definitive answer. Like I gotta.
I want to know how many niggas got married to ask their bitch if they had HIV. Like, like how real? Your husband asked you if you had HIV, Carrie?
We went and took tests together.
Me
Did he
and so did I.
ask you? Did you have HIV?
But the point is though part of the vetting is to go and take the test together. Though I can't
No,
find that out just from a
you said
conversation.
ask. You said did we ask? I didn't ask. Going to take a test is different than asking.
No, 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 no. I said, how can you find it out in just a conversation without asking? And the ask could be, hey, can we go and take this test together?
Okay, that can happen. Yeah.
I'm just saying there's certain things.
Well, I'm just saying, like, if you're gonna ask if you got HIV, you might as well go down the gamut of all the
No, no,
diseases
no,
you
no, no,
can.
no. Not
Give her
asking,
ask a
do you
question.
got?
Go give her a questionnaire, nigga. If you hung up on just asking questions, nigga.
No, not ask, do you have HIV, but asking, can we go and take a test together? Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's
That's
what I
not.
asked.
Yes, yes, I would. Yes, I've done that before. Yes, I've done that. Yes.
I don't think that that's unreasonable. That's a vetting, but
It's
that's a,
not. It's unreasonable to ask if you have an STD. It's not unreasonable to ask if you have a test because I would assume you would tell me.
but all I'm saying is that you to support Slimy's argument, some things, a lot of things
Slimmy is
you
not
can't.
to be supported.
Why not? He made a reasonable argument. Some
I'm
things
just
you
playing.
can determine just from a conversation, right? But it depends on how you slot her. If you ain't really trying to get like be with her like that on that type of time anyway, if you just vibing and kicking it and y'all just having a conversation, yeah, sure. If you know what you're doing, you can pretty much determine if she for the streets, right? But then at the same time, if if I want to know if she had a full panel, I need to find that out. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a completely different set of criteria depending on what your objective is for.
if
I,
if 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 I pick my woman and don't date them, and I come across a wife and to say that in the manner that you say you should meet a wife, she's in your sphere around your people,
Correct.
then this information doesn't have to be asked.
You don't
I think
think she
both
still
can
need a full
happen.
panel?
I agree, Carrie.
I think that both naturally happens. I think that if you a part of you having the conversation and stuff coming out is through the conversation you'll ask questions and you'll talk about things and you'll feel comfortable, so you'll naturally share things which will make you ask some questions which will make you share more and talk, and then you'll ask questions. Like I think that Both happen.
Yeah, but I just don't think that one happened without the other. I think there's sometimes when
I
we
just
use
said both.
examples. I didn't.
Never said one.
I'm not disagreeing with you, Kerry.
Oh, okay.
I'm adding to what you're saying. I think that a lot of times we'll use examples, but then we'll use them to the extreme. You know what I'm saying? We'll take, for example, a conversation where you say, "Well, you can figure out what the reason is without asking anybody, right?" Or nobody actually in real life says, "What do you think?" Right? That's a conversation that we have because we're debating on and we get to on a panel. However, you know, I think that a lot of times people take that to the extreme and try to use that as an example, saying that you don't ask women no questions.
I would,
Yeah,
I would
I
say
get
this:
it.
a woman that you have to ask if she has an STD will lie to you about it. If you have to ask her about it, if she currently has one, she'll probably lie to you about it. Just put it
But
that
you
way.
don't directly say, "Do you have an STD?" Though that's not the conversation. Like you don't say, "Hey, do you have an STD?" I mean, I've heard people say, "When the last time you done been tested?" You know what I'm saying? Like it's a way that you can go
It
about
sounds like
asking
you're
a lot of
talking
things.
about the what. Like you're talking about the what. Like there are certain things that you should know, but it doesn't necessarily mean that's how you have to ask. Like you can
Correct.
have some truth with how you ask it, or but at the end of the day, yeah, I do think that you should
My mic is
feel
bad. Is my mic bad?
Yeah, it's something going on, but
It's coming and
it's
going every
not.
now and again.
It's it's some slight distortion every once in a while.
You got some reverb. Is that what they call it?
Yeah. Well, I'm a mute when I'm not talking. I'm a mute when I'm not talking.
No, it's not bad. It's just like your voice like goes out when you are talking.
I don't know why. I ain't doing nothing different. Just talking straight.
It's very rare. It's not even worth mentioning, to tell you the
Oh,
truth.
okay. All right. That's cool.
No, that's just Kazar trying to deflect from the bullshit he was talking. That's all. So he wanted to say something about that mic. Nigga, I saw what you typed. Weak ass nigga.
Freaky ass nigga. I'm
But
gonna say it like that.
I do know from listening to Tyrese's story, and again, this is his side of the story. According to him, I mean, they did meet and got together quickly. So I'm not gonna say that he vetted
Mm.
as well as he could have or whatever, but at the same time, they're grown, so whatever. But a bulk of their relationship was formed during COVID. So they were spending a great deal of time with one another. He wasn't active. He wasn't active with acting like that. I guess he was doing some acting, but it wasn't hardcore. And she was with him when he would do the acting. He said she didn't really know the Tyrese the singer. She more so knew Tyrese and Tyrese the actor. And then slowly coming out of COVID, he wanted to start doing music again. And it started to take up a lot of his time. And he said that was when he noticed that one day she just came in and was like, "I'm not happy." Like, so I think, to Quentin's point, that things changed for her. I think that she got a different piece of him, and that was difficult for her. And I think that that's a very real thing, especially if you're with somebody in the entertainment industry, music, movies, what have you. That's not an easy.
Somebody
That's not an
outside.
easy. Is that
That's
me?
Slimmy. That's Slimmy.
Oh, yep, that was you.
It always sucks when you confirm that it's you.
And then you
Yep.
start fidgeting. Like, what's he touching? He's fidgeting with stuff. Like, he ain't really touching
That
nothing.
was that was that fan. That fan. Like when I had to change phones. This phone pick up everything, man. Like, gosh.
But you got
That
that
was,
mic, that double sided mic, because I got the headset from my Xbox.
yeah, man.
Hmm.
That's what it is too, though. And then on
Yeah,
a
but
way better phone, I guess. I don't know. That's weird.
it's much clearer.
I wanna
Oh,
play
for
this
real?
video for y'all really quickly, and I want to get y'all thoughts on this.
I love starting before 9 o'clock.
Oh, I got a quick question for Carrie. Carrie, do you think that Tyrese was like he was being extra animated in it? Because you've seen some of his other interviews. You think he was being like extra animated this go around, or
She said no
I
already.
no, I think he was
he
just
always
being
like that?
how he is. That's been my experience looking at his interviews.
And this one was
All right.
2.5 hours. He ain't talked to nobody for 2.5 hours.
Now that might be true.
I
I
could get.
mean,
I think I could get
it's been a
Tyrese
lot
if I
of long
wanted to.
form videos.
Club Shay Shay is just different than everything. Like
Yeah,
it
no,
just,
I'm not
I don't know
discounting
why. It just
his
is.
stuff. I like his show. And I think the vibe that he gives, he makes people feel comfortable just
Hell to
talking.
tell everything.
Why you
Well,
ain't interviewing interview Tyrese?
the thing that Shannon Sharp does well is that he lets his guests talk uninterrupted.
Yeah.
That's the difference. That's the main difference between Shannon Sharp and everybody else, is that everybody else wants to insert themselves into the conversation. Shannon
Cut you off
asks a
and
question and he just sits there.
Man.
That's
yep.
it.
Man,
Yep.
Well,
I hate watching
and
drink
he
champs.
listens to all of what they say, and his questions behind it are relevant to what they just said. It doesn't seem like he's just like moving on to the next thing on his list
On his
per
card.
se.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
That's
Yep.
the only difference.
Yeah,
You
it's
right,
real
Slimmy. I
conversation.
hate watching drink champs also.
Man,
They,
that
they
nigga
fuck,
Nori
Really?
just be
yeah, because
man,
they
that nigga
interrupt.
Nori, that
I
nigga
don't know what
Nori
that is.
has ruined some of the moments where people were really going to tell us information. You can tell Nori was like, "Nah, we ain't letting you talk about that. Go cut him off. Say, oh no, hold on, wait. We gonna get back to that. We gonna get back to that." He does this all the time. That
I
nigga's
agree with you
horrible.
I agree with you that happens, but I don't think it happens for that reason. I really do think that people have to like that takes a certain type of person, in my opinion, to know how to handle when those moments happen. Because I've watched Drink Champs, I've watched almost all of them, and there's been a lot of moments where I've seen stuff like that. But I just think that that's where his skill with communication it stops.
I
I
cut it
don't think
off.
it's a
No,
strategy to cut
Nori
them
do that.
off.
Nori doing that shit on purpose. I think
Vlad
he
is
got
bad
somebody
too.
in. I
Vlad
think
is
he got
horrible.
somebody in his ear saying, "Nope, don't let them talk about
No,
it."
I
I know
don't think that that's
specifically.
I
it.
don't
I
think
don't think that
so.
that's it, Slimmy. I think that Nori is fucking annoying. He just talk a lot. He dog.
Yeah, he
It'll
definitely
take you
annoying.
20 minutes of. Let me get a round of applause for that. Hold on. Let's take a drink for that. Take a drink for that.
That
Like,
nigga
fuck,
terrible, man.
man. Listen, man, just turn this shit off.
Well, and
That
we
nigga
have to
terrible,
remember that there
man.
is a great deal of liquor that is involved. So there's
Yeah,
that
That's
but the
too.
true
liquor is
too.
supposed to
That's
mellow
a
you
very
out.
that's
It's
valid.
supposed to mellow you out. It's supposed to mellow you out. It's not supposed to, you know what I'm saying, push you. And you're supposed to get better. Them niggas ain't got no better, bro. They just keep doing the same shit over and over again. But Vlad is bad at that shit too. Vlad insert himself in every.
Garbage.
It's not bad to insert yourself, but Vlad will start getting into a whole fucking debate, and people hold me accountable for not checking people. I just be letting people talk. I be like, that's them, because my
Yeah.
goal is to let them talk. I talk all day, every day. Today I just did fucking 3 live streams. I never do 3 live streams, but I did 3 live streams today, and it's so relieving sometimes to just sit back and just watch you niggas argue. Like, damn, that shit is awesome.
Vlad trash.
So I don't know. Let me play this video. This is from the girl that was on a balloon pop show last night. We'll end it on this part.
Is
I ain't
that
gonna,
the is that the
Damn.
dark one? Is that the dark one with the little?
Damn. I
it's
like
the one
her.
that was at the end. That was the rapper.
She looked totally different. She was black last
She
night.
looked the same to
That's
me.
lighting.
Nah,
No, that's
nigga, she was
lighting.
darker.
I like
That's
her.
lighting.
She
That
looked the
is
same to
lighting.
me.
Carrie,
Look,
what
look,
she
Quinn,
she was
Quinn,
darker yesterday,
Quinn,
wasn't
She
she?
definitely,
Quinn.
yeah, that's lighting, I think.
Okay.
She look behind her, and you see all that black. You see all that blackness. That's like the lights are beaming on her.
Yeah,
It
That's
she
how you
does.
know.
doesn't matter what you're saying. I'm just saying she was darker yesterday. She looked
Yeah,
darker.
she was.
Quentin
Like
is
I don't give a
hostile.
fuck
Probably
why
Quentin
she
get
looked this color today. She looked
Quentin get
darker yesterday.
Quinn
See,
get
well, this is what
Quinn get
lighting
hostile.
does.
Quinn get
Nigga,
This is
I
what
hostile.
lighting
don't
does.
care. I'm just simply
Look at-
making an observation that she looked darker yesterday. That's it.
I
Hey,
look darker now.
Quinn.
Now look at me.
Nigga, you still look black as hell. What you mean? What the fuck you mean? You still look fucking dark chocolate. This ain't black or no white, nigga.
Damn, that kind of backfired.
He looked the
Yeah,
same.
that shit did not change nothing, nigga.
Oh shit!
That shit
She
is
Oh,
not
that
black
was,
in the dark.
I'll
I'm
hold
still
that.
black in the light. Like,
she looks the
I'll,
same to me. She genuinely looks.
I'll hold that L, man. That was a bad example.
But let me play this video real quick. It ain't but a minute.
good. She looked way better right there in some light than she did
Nah, I was
yesterday.
about to say this chick look cute.
No,
And she
hold
don't
on. Wait a minute. Before I even play
play
this video,
yesterday, Anton. Stop! Don't do this to us. Go play what she looked like yesterday, as
no,
opposed to this.
no. Hold
Well,
on.
and we're just saying she look dark. She's
That's
darker.
not what
Like
Quentin
doesn't mean
said.
she's ugly.
She looks more
It's
Quentin
just
didn't
pleasant
say
right
that.
she's
now.
Quentin didn't
darker.
say that. Quentin said she.
Quentin, did you say she looked terrible yesterday? I'm asking.
Yes,
I don't know. You
yes,
said
I
she
did.
looked
It's
terrible,
her. It
and
was
now you
her.
said
It
she
was
looked
her.
good.
Yes,
Her hair
yes.
was
It was
trash yesterday.
Quentin is racist. He's a
That
colorist. He's a
that too.
colorist, and so
If it ain't Molly,
he's
if it ain't
equating
Molly,
a lighter
ain't no
skin of
me.
this woman
Yep.
to being better looking. That is what's happening right now.
It ain't Molly.
His biggest
It ain't
thing
Joy
was
Taylor.
oh, she looked lighter. Now all of a sudden, she looks so much better today. Like what the fuck? How did that equate? See, y'all don't read between the lines. I pay attention. Quinn is a colorist. Quinn, the lighter the better. The lighter the better. Quentin don't like dark.
That's a fact.
He's never admitted it openly, but if you read between the lines, Quentin does not like dark women.
Yeah, because remember when that fine ass tall I don't know if she was African or French or what she was. She was dark skinned though. He was like, she looks terrible. That motherfucker was fine. She was fine.
Quentin don't, and it's okay. It's nothing wrong with it. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody got preferences, but Quentin don't like dark
think
women.
that's not true because my friend Kim is dark, and I think she's.
Oh, who?
Yeah, but you've
Who?
known her for a long time, so
Actually,
you
and
know
I think a thing Mo is beautiful too.
who?
A thing Mo.
I don't know who that is.
I know you don't. She's an 800-meter runner in the Olympics, and she dark.
Yeah, because she a fucking she a track star. They all look good.
No, her booty and stuff don't look like the normal track stars. She's just tall and skinny.
I think it's okay, Ebony, for people to have preferences. If you like what you like what you like.
Man, everything is subject to the time that you come across my eyeballs.
Quinn has a preference for lighter women. The lighter the berry, the sweeter the juice for him.
I prefer right in the middle Molly's color.
Oh God, here we go. let me pick.
Molly is not in the middle. Molly is lighter than me, isn't she?
The other side of Molly's cover is white people.
Let me play this video. It's only a minute long, so this is her giving her thoughts on all of the feedback that came along with the negativity and the negative thoughts and the negative comments that people were saying about her.
So I guess I just went viral everywhere. I didn't expect to go viral everywhere. From the Pop the Balloon episode with Arlette, they were very nice. I just want to start off by saying, like, I don't think I'm aggressive at all. I think I'm a sweetheart. I feel like those men was giving their opinions about me, so I gave my opinions. I cannot be mad because I don't like cowboy hats on Midwesterns and olive pants and the Dolce Cabbanas that are not runners. I wasn't trying to say Glorilla was ugly at all. I think she's very beautiful, but we don't look alike. I'm pretty sure she would say the same thing about me. Nothing wrong with not looking like somebody. Every black girl doesn't look the same. Yeah, I really don't know what to say besides I'm shocked that everything is going viral and I keep seeing my face plastered every single place and so many mean comments.
Thoughts?
She's a bitch. Look at her face and her squint. She's exactly what everyone says she is. The pure fact that
That's a little harsh.
No, I called her a bitch yesterday, and she's a bitch right now.
Quentin,
She
calling
said,
her a bitch is
I
a little.
don't like. Listen, I don't like hats on Midwesterners. What if I didn't know where the fuck I was from? Would it matter? You didn't
But
even know I was from the Midwest until I told you.
Quentin, calling her a bitch is a little harsh, buddy.
No. You gotta wear this shit, nigga. She fucking.
Quentin, she didn't disrespect anybody though.
Yes, she did. She was a passive
Did
aggressive
not.
as fuck.
She
Yes,
never.
she was passive aggressive.
She never disrespected any.
Sneaky one. She's the sneaky one
Hey,
that you don't see coming.
Can you play a quick clip of her last night from the from?
I could find it. But
you about to see that she's 10 shades darker yesterday.
She is not. Come on. She gave every single guy a compliment yesterday. That's the facts.
Nigga, she did that on purpose.
But you supposed to purposely give people compliments. That's the whole idea.
Nigga, you ain't supposed to lie on niggas' face. No.
Come on, Quentin. Come on.
You didn't think all them dudes was handsome. No, she didn't.
So but that's the thing. Even if you don't think every single dude is handsome, but you then still find a way to compliment them, I think that's cool. Like I don't.
Passive aggressive. Why do you want to walk around lying to people?
So she's a bitch because she complimented everybody.
No, she's passive. It's her tone and her demeanor. Like body language, what is 98% of language? Was that what you say? And her body language says everything that came out of her mouth was a lie.
All right, so let me say something to these guys in the chat that's saying Anton is caping. Nobody has held more women accountable on this panel than me. I am one of the most objective people that you will ever meet. When I see somebody being stupid, I call it for what it is. Y'all gotta stop being angry at every single fucking woman. Every woman that get a compliment is not caping.
Oh yeah.
Every woman that get a compliment is not caping. Y'all niggas got to get the fuck up out of your house and go outside. Like, it's people that are just like, they got a colorful fucking personality, and it don't mean that, you know what I'm saying? You may not necessarily it don't mean that you're trying to marry them, but it don't mean that they're a mean person either.
You have to realize the only people who go viral on these shows are the mean ones.
She wasn't mean. Here, I'll play her.
Nigga, everyone on the internet said to the contrary.
I don't give a fuck what the internet says. I go by my own opinion.
Okay, nigga, you're the minority, nigga. You the 2% that says she's.
I'm cool with that.
I think that she definitely had her digs, like her low key digs, but I really do think that was her responding to being like all the balloons got popped. And I think
for a woman?
I think that she
was mean as fuck, nigga.
She had to battle the ego hit of that with okay, let me maintain myself. So that's why I said yesterday, I think that she did a fairly good job in reeling herself back in when she got to those little, dig moments. Overall, considering they popped all the balloons, I think she did a fairly good job in maintaining her cool. Overall, I'm not saying she got an A, but as a woman, all the men popped the balloon in your face in front of everybody. Ain't no so what. She knew that they were.
Listen, Carrie, you cannot do that because it's been countless men that have every fucking balloon popped and they still.
They're not the same. We say that all the time. It's not the same.
They don't even.
And I've never
sweat
seen
it. They just like, you're so beautiful.
Listen, man, she took her rejection like a G.
That's what I'm saying.
She took her rejection like a G. Here, I'll play a little bit of it. I'm gonna play a little bit of it. Hold on, let me go to her. I don't know what Quentin talking about, man.
I still don't believe like Turtle Man.
This is funny.
If she don't hawk to her, I don't want to talk to her.
Jesus Christ.
That's a horrible line. Retire.
Is that like spitting on
name and age and why you ended up popping your balloon?
My name's Dante. I'm 25.
And why'd you pop Dante?
Don't get on me, internet, bro. spots on your stain on your little dress.
I was in the back drunk, so whatever.
Oh yeah, you feel me? I can't
It's
do
fine.
that.
It's a $300
Whatever,
dress.
it's fine.
Sorry, I didn't mean to.
It's the $300 dress. My bad. I got a little makeup on it.
Just to show
See,
like
that's a stank
paying attention.
attitude.
It's not a saint attitude. She started laughing when everybody else popped their balloon. She started laughing about it. She joked on herself. She said, I was a little drunk. That's fine. I'm cool. And then they popped it. She started laughing about it. I don't really understand. How is that a saint attitude because she laughed at herself when he
Oh, she
called her
smoked him
out for
because he
having a
got on
stain
the
on her
Cowboys
dress?
The word whatever makes his thing. Whatever. It's dismissive of what he said.
And how else is she supposed to receive? Okay,
Just
even
say okay. Don't say whatever. People know when you say whatever what that means.
But he probably threw her off guard too. Like clearly she was ready to receive something because he popped the balloon and was explaining it. But I'm
This
sure
Q
she
agrees
wasn't
with
thinking
me.
he was gonna point that out.
Listen, she did this girl. This is my impression of her.
I don't even know she had
She
the
looked
same.
like, of all of the women that pulled up on that show yesterday, she looked like she the most fun to hang out with. That was my impression. Because listen, every single woman is not a chick that you're trying to like wife up and stuff. Maybe it's some people that got an eccentric personality. Maybe it's some people that like to laugh. It's some people that like to drink. It's some people that like to joke. That don't mean that they disrespectful. She didn't call nobody out of their name. I mean, just being objective. She didn't call nobody out of their name. She made sure she gave every single guy a compliment. She had an eccentric personality. It made the show better because it gave it, you know what I'm saying, more visibility, which I'm sure she was also helping to create content. And she was wild. But it doesn't mean that she disrespectful. She didn't get disrespectful. I don't understand how we can't separate the two.
Let me see. Play some more, Anton.
And the care and stuff like that. You feel me? You trying to be presentable? Just that, yeah.
Okay.
You feel me? That's
Respect
all.
that.
She pretty.
Gracias.
Now is he someone that's your type?
No, I'm not going. Where are you from?
From Michigan.
He's from Michigan and he has a cowboy hat on. No, I can see if he was from Texas or something. I feel like Southern boys wear the cowboy hats. I'm not a big fan of the cowboy hat. Y'all are so mean.
They got country boys in Michigan.
Anyways, next.
Name and age and why you ended up popping your balloon.
My name's Ryan. I'm 26.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. And I think you just had an unwelcoming demeanor, and that was it.
We know why. I mean, you know, everybody popped their balloon, so I might as well be honest. I mean, I don't want to get into it, but I can understand why you would think I have an unwelcoming demeanor. But you're very handsome, Ryan. I love your dimples, but I'm actually very much a sweetheart. Next.
Okay. Name and age and why you ended up popping.
Chris, 27.
I don't understand what the problem is.
Yeah, what she do?
I don't understand why she would be called a bitch. I don't understand that.
Nah, like that dude, the first dude smoked her.
Quentin, I think you're muted.
Yeah, you are muted, Quentin.
I said nothing is pleasant about the first thing that she just said. Next, whatever. Like what?
They did pop the balloon though. Like
who cares? That means I don't want to be with you.
So
if I could pop a balloon and instead of telling a woman what I don't like about her, my life would be better. Like I wouldn't have.
So now because she said next, that mean that she a bitch?
Nigga, look at her demeanor. Look at her body language. You are the body language king. Body language is 90% of communication.
If a woman called a dude a punk ass nigga, then that
body
would
language said I'm lying.
That would warrant her being called a bitch. But I think that we extreme, bro. I just think that that's extreme. I don't think that I wouldn't call her a bitch.
And I thought she was gonna do something egregious.
No, she didn't see that. She complimented every single dude. Even the dude that I thought that she wasn't gonna compliment, the dude that was with the dress or whatever. They started talking about where they from and oh man, if you see me, if you just met, hey, you need to come hang out with me. You from the east side? She brought her little ghetto side out or whatever, and I thought that was entertaining for the show. But come on, man, come on, bro.
No, Quinn
I
just
don't
don't
know
like it. That's
how I
all.
would respond if I have to. You all pop your balloon, and I have to go one by one and listen to why you popped the balloon. Like that's a
Nah,
lot. That is a
that's
lot.
what everybody got to go through that though, Carrie. This is what everybody do.
You know,
Well,
now
I'm
I kind of see why when like a woman walk past sometimes, and if the dude don't get the response that he want, then he'll call her a bitch or I don't want to fuck with you anyway. I could see that shit now. Now I understand it because I just think that a lot of people are so extreme. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes, in my opinion, it's just not warranted. I can see that.
I don't see her being a bitch yet. I mean, she still got like eight dudes to go through.
I
Pause.
mean, I ain't gonna go. She didn't do anything different than she did with the first two. It's pretty much
Oh well,
fine.
shit. It's all good. No, she wasn't being no bitch. She got smoked. Shit, she got smoked. And
Yeah, I
she
don't know,
said,
bro.
and
That's a
she
lot.
she said next. Quinn like to run with that resting bitch face though. That's his shit. He love to put that label, stamp that motherfucking forehead with that resting bitch.
They say, Anton, would you date her? No, but I wouldn't call her a bitch either. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to go out with somebody or want to date them. You know what I'm saying? I'll just be like, oh
She
no,
not
shit, that's ghetto boo over there.
she not a bitch.
I would,
Not
you know what
from
I'm saying?
those. Not from those two. I thought she was gonna be wild though. No,
No, she was like I said, she complimented every single guy.
yeah,
I just
nah.
think I don't know, bro. I wouldn't go that far, but you know,
Some of the no. We seen the bitch for sure in that green dress. She wasn't nowhere near like that.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm a little different. I'm a little different in my ways now. I don't know, man. I think that there's some women that definitely deserve to be called that, but I don't. That's few and far between. Like you got to actually do something to deserve it. I don't think she did anything to deserve it. I wouldn't just call a chick out of her name just for the sake of calling her out of her name. Not to that extent, anyways. But I don't know.
That's not what I'm doing. I truly believe in my heart and soul that she's a bitch.
Jesus Christ.
Damn, and double down. Shit. Nah, that might be a triple down. Shit.
Carrie, do you agree with this?
no, I
Curry
don't.
would never call a girl a bitch ever.
I don't think that she's a bitch. I'm still stuck with the concept of the show and how anybody would handle all the and she got the rest pop once she answered. Like that was just a lot.
Because everybody thought the way I
I'm
thought.
trying to ask myself like how would I respond if I were in her shoes? What would my demeanor be with each guy, especially the first guy? He's like, you got a stain on your dress. Like his reasoning was kind of interesting too. So I don't know. I think she did her best. Like that's low key embarrassing, and it's an ego.
Gary, you'd have a nervous laugh. Like, what do you?
Carrie,
I might leave. I might be like, then what do I need to stand here for? If nobody's interested, why? I don't know. I don't know what I would do. I was surprised that's how the show goes. So I'm gonna
you
go
never
look at
saw
some.
balloon pop?
No, I never saw it before until yesterday. So I gotta go look at some of the other
Now it's gonna
It's the
be in
episodes.
your
one
algorithm.
when the women are the people that's popping.
Oh
It's
no, man, no,
as
man.
soon as they
Oh,
see the
what
man,
the
it's like,
Carrie,
oh they be like,
Carrie. I guarantee you, those balloons pop. Those balloons pop, and it's nowhere near as long an
no.
episode. That shit
Like
be
I
flying
noticed
by.
when you review a woman lineup, them niggas they reviews be like an hour long. When they review a man's lineup, it'd be 2 hours because women just like pop, 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 and it's a wrap.
Yeah,
Before the
that
nigga
should
even
be a
open his mouth, it's a wrap done.
should be a
so
half hour.
how does the show like how did what if you go through all of the people and they don't like multiple people don't pop the balloon, then what happens?
Yeah,
Then
that's it.
the
On to
person
the
they have to
next.
ask them questions, and then the single person pops your balloon like according to who they want.
Yeah.
Oh, so then they pick.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Of the Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna check it out to see how it goes.
Well, there's tons of them, and some of them is kind of ghetto, so you gotta watch the right ones.
I could definitely see where I'm gonna come across some of that because it also seems like I don't know
Watch
this.
the one with Arlette. Her name is Arlette. That's the good one.
Yeah, I see a lot of them still popping up. I see some new ones still popping up. It's pretty interesting. So
No, they ghetto.
I can see where a lot of people would think they're ready to go on a show like that, and then they get there, and then it's different.
One girl tried to fight a dude. She like hit him in the face. She got offended and
That's
she
what I'm
took off
saying.
on that nigga.
Listen, rejection brings up a lot of emotion.
No,
yeah, a lot of guys. I'm sure a lot of guys realize that because they be calling chicks crazy names as they walking away. I've never done that before, bro.
I've never done that before either.
Yes, you did. You just did it.
I didn't call her. I didn't walk away. I'm still here.
Jesus.
I stood on business after I said that shit.
Man, that's crazy.
But no girl can ever say I shot my shot at them and they can screenshot where I was rude to them in return. I actually had this conversation. Her name's Megan. And I said, thank you for letting me play in your inbox for multiple years. And she was like, because you're nice.
Mine is deceiving. It's a perception of nice. Mm-hmm. All right, y'all. Any final thoughts?
Carrie, you got homework to do.
I see. I gotta wait. Who do I have to learn about? Thief Chief? What's his name?
No. Go watch the balloon pop show.
Okay.
I'm just
I'm gonna
joking.
check it out.
No, it's Chief Keef though.
Oh, Chief Keef. What did I say?
Chief Thief or something like that.
I don't know. I didn't realize Carrie was at shelter. Let me read some of these super chats. Everything tactical. 2 Ball, appreciate you. Carrie looked like she worked at Buc-ee's with that hat on.
What's Buc-ee's is the restaurant,
That big ass gas station with the best brisket taco.
I love Buc-ee's.
Yep.
Anton be like, why you at the doctor with all of these educated men around? For sure. Keep on going to the doctor every day. Shout out to Lola. Lola says, Lola show love to 2K. E. Davis says, anywhere other than the Players Club at the Pistons game is in the mix. Ain't lying. AJ Wise says, 2K fun boys mean sassy. Mary Sheridan says, 2K with the strong hat game, quitting like a teen boy who's been sent to his room by his parents. Be careful, he might call you. Stop the cap, AD. Why do you think you got married at an early age? Because you enjoy being alone so much?
What's going on?
Exactly. Thank you, Ebony.
Read the next super chat, sir.
Rita.
You can't ask.
I can't ask her what? You don't know what I'm going to ask her.
No, I don't know what you're going to ask. Go ahead.
What is your perspective of me and being alone? If you had to assess, I guess, whether I enjoy being alone or not, what would your opinion be of me? Come closer.
You like being by yourself?
She didn't say alone. She said being by yourself.
Rita, would you consider Anton to be alone?
Wait, what? You mean like right now?
No, right. See?
She don't know the context of the conversation. She's probably thinking physically alone.
No, I think she does have the context. That's why she's like.
She don't know what the context was. She don't know what we talked about earlier.
Okay.
She wasn't here. She walked in when we was at
Can you play her the clip? Can you play her the clip real quick?
I don't have it up right now. You just explain it to her. Just explain y'all opinion. Or just ask her whatever you want to ask her. I don't care.
So Anton played a clip of Tyrese talking about how a lot of women are going home with a vibrator and a cat, and they'll listen to music from women talking about I'm paraphrasing, being alone. And he said, little do they know these women are going home to either their man, their fiance, or to their husband. And he said nobody wants to be alone. People want companionship. Like this is a biblical thing. Nobody wants to be alone. So Anton said, I can be alone. I know how to be alone. I enjoy being alone. I can be alone. And my thing was, and I think Quentin's was, you're married. So what he was giving an example of, what you wouldn't qualify because you have a spouse. So while you can be alone at times, you are not alone in life. But Anton kept trying to. I'm not really sure what he was trying to.
What I was telling
what I was
telling them is that my personality is I could be around people, but in most instances I prefer to be by myself, like 100% by myself, alone. Even when it comes to family, even when it comes to gatherings like Thanksgiving, Christmas, and all of that stuff. Like when it comes to being by myself, working in a relationship, a lot of times I have to be in solitude. That was my opinion. And
You
your
moved,
honest, go
you
ahead.
moved the goalpost to the away team side.
I don't know what that means, but go ahead. So ask her
Gary
what you
got
want.
it.
So
Ask her.
in the context of what I explained that Tyrese was saying, would you say that Anton is alone?
So this is kind of, it's weird because yeah, in his mind he is like in his mind he is like that's what like that's our biggest argument and struggle is that in his mind he feels like he's alone and I'm right here.
No, what? I told you it was between the
That's
ears.
interesting
I
because
said
Quentin
that.
said
I
it's
said
in your mind.
that.
He did say that. Wow.
Thank you,
That's
Rita. I appreciate you.
interesting.
Love you.
Y'all wrong. Y'all
I
wrong.
was right. I said it's in your head that you were alone. That's not. I said that.
But that, I guess,
But
what
then
also
but to
okay.
add, I'm sorry, to add to that, a lot of times when he's at like social gatherings or whatever, like he don't be engaged in, like if we be at family stuff, he don't be engaged. He be alone by himself. I mean, like he's there physically, but he's not there, if that makes sense.
So maybe, okay, I stand corrected then. So maybe it's what Quentin said, it's what you said, Anton, and what Quentin said. You can be or are alone because it's happening mentally.
Quinn,
That's
Quinn, first off, Quinn took that from me. When I said
All
when
right.
when
Good
I
night. Good night,
when
guys.
I
I'm out of
when
here.
I said
Don't go
when
nowhere, Quentin.
when I said, are we referring to the mental aspects of being alone or the physical aspects of being alone?
I didn't take that from you.
But it's both for me.
That nigga's alone right now in arm's
yeah,
reach of
see,
his
I
wife.
didn't really know there's
I
a
can touch my
mental
wife, but I'm
component
alone.
if you're
No,
not
I mean,
physically.
But then he also likes to be alone, like physically too. Like like I said, that's like our biggest thing because he be like, okay, I'm gonna go over here, and you go over there. I mean, like that's just he's always been that way. Like ever since I've known him, he's always been that way.
But he
Do
also
you
said he
think
likes
that
to sleep and touch a booty while he's sleeping too.
He said what?
Say it again. Say it again, Quentin.
I said he said he likes to sleep and touch a booty with it, put a hand on the booty while he sleep.
He likes that too.
But here's the thing. But wait, for how long? And then what happens?
Oh yeah, that's only like briefly, and then
Sorry, I brought it up.
he turn over and go to his side.
Dang, that's
would
why my last girlfriend left. She said you always go to your side of the bed, and she didn't like it.
It's the
Do
truth.
you think that because what, Anton, what did you say? You didn't say like that makes you happy, but like that, would you say that contributes to him being positive, or like, do you think that's a good thing? Or
What
do
is
you
my
think
if you had to if you had to tell him what
I
my
think that's
preference
just him.
was of what my life is like around a whole lot of people and all of that type of stuff. What is my preference? What is my life like? Honest to God.
He prefers not to be around people.
Okay, me too. Okay, I get it.
But I'm not lonely. But I'm trying to tell you that I spend the majority of my life, the majority of my time by myself. A lot of
And
times I could be in a room full of people,
I'm by
and
myself.
in my heart, I'm not here with y'all. I'm by myself. I'm looking at everybody like this is weird as hell. I can't wait to go home.
You know my friends tell me about this because every time I go out with my friends, there's 15 photos of this. They will take a picture of me, and it'll say not having a really good time because I'm there, but I'm not there.
And then don't get me wrong. When it's time to go, I'm engaged. I'm having a good time and all of that stuff. Like when it's time to go out and be around people or whatever. When it's time to go, it's time to go. And especially if it's an environment like let's say that it's a holiday or something. And sometimes I just be like, go ahead and say it. You can say whatever you want to say.
Sometimes you don't even show up.
Say it. You say it louder.
Sometimes he doesn't even show up.
That's what people say about me. That's like if Quentin show up, then you know it's important because I don't go to shit.
There's people in my family that says, like, if I show up to their event or if I show up at an event, what do they say?
They be like, "Oh, I must be special." Anton came.
You know what's so interesting? That's what people say in my husband's family about him.
Yeah, that's what they say about me. They like it must be special Quentin show up because that nigga don't go to nothing.
No, I love people. I love people. I
Rather
do.
not
I
be around
truly
people,
love people.
but you rather not be around
No,
them.
it's not that. It's not that. It's that. Damn, y'all about to have me tell on my
It's
business.
like you're an introvert, but when you're around people, you're personable and you're outgoing. Type thing.
No, it's that I don't think I'm
Remember,
nobody.
2K said it in the chat the other day. Slimmy, he said that this like describes me perfect. Like I want to be by myself, but when I'm out, I'm really like I'm outgoing type thing.
No, it's that I don't think that nobody understands me.
Shit, that ain't good.
No, it is good. I mean, like I love me. I don't think that anybody else understands me. Like a lot of times, the thing that people will say to me is, "Man, I wish I could just get in your head." Reed say it all the time. I wish I can get in your head. I don't. You know, because you know what I'm saying? I got so many different thoughts in my head. And so a lot of times my goal is to get those thoughts out. I'll get it out on paper. I'll get it out writing on my iPad. I get it out writing my ideas. I get it out coming up with creative ways to communicate. I get it out when it comes to content. I'll get it out when it comes to like developing something. I used to dream in code. You know what I'm saying? I got to be putting together a project. So the way that I communicate a lot of times is to work, and I like to show it through the work, and so that's my incentive. And it's like all I want to do, I just want to get it out. I got to get these thoughts out. I got to get these thoughts out. I got to get these thoughts out. I got to get this inspiration out. I'll jump in a car. I'll ride for 4 hours by myself, just driving in a car because I just like to think and get my thoughts out or whatever. And so a lot of times I'll look at everybody else and the thing that they think is fun, I don't look at it like that because only thing I can think about is I just want to be by myself. I want to get my thoughts out. I need to go and travel to this place. I need to go see what it's like over here. I need to walk through this street. I need to see something. You know what I'm saying? And then that drives, whatever my inspiration is, or it drives, how it is that I can live my life because I have to get this thing out. I got so many ideas. I got literally hundreds and hundreds of pages. and hundreds of writings and sketches and all of this stuff of different things that I need to accomplish and houses that I've designed that I need to build or certain ways that I need things to go in order for me to be able to complete things. So I find peace in being alone because it allows for me to really be able to start to, leverage my thoughts and get my thoughts out. Whereas everybody is all like, it's only so much high fiving and shit. And I'll be like, all right, I'm high fived out. I want and she'll look at me and I'll be in a corner like sketching some shit, you know what I'm saying? Just trying to keep my mind clear. And she'll just come over there like, you about to go? You about to go ahead and go? And I'm out. I'm going to show up. I'm going to give you the best hour, 2 hours of your life. And I'm fucking gone. I'm gone. So I don't think the way that everybody else thinks. And I don't feel like the world sees things the way that I see. They don't think the way that I think. And so that's just the way my life is. I can sleep for 2 hours, wake up at 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, and then I'll just start working and sketching shit. And that's how I've been my whole life. That's how I've been my whole life.
That's interesting. This is like giving me something to think about with my husband, because that there's similarities. There's similarities there.
You said what? What'd you say that Rita said something to you, Carrie? You said what?
Don't take it personal.
Girl, I am working on that. We just had a thing the other day and I said something to him. I like expressed myself and he didn't say anything back. I didn't ask him anything, but he didn't say anything. And I was like, so you don't have anything to say? He's like,
girl, call me later.
She said we ain't about to do this right now.
Call me later.
Wow.
We could probably trade stories. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, but see, that's the thing. Like, when I say I prefer to be alone, but that don't mean that I'm lonely, it's because my thoughts and the things that I got going on, it keeps me, you know what I'm saying? That's where my peace is. That's where my joy is. It don't have nothing to do with people. I love people. I love partying. I love being around people. Anybody that's ever met me in person, they know that. But they also know that I'm not going to the after party.
Do you think that also has something to do with what people might like, what you, and I don't know if this is like a guy thing or a person thing or whatever, but do you think that a part of that is because of what you might do during the course of the day? Because again, like, so for instance, y'all know I don't know if y'all know, but my husband, he travels a lot.
I know who he is. Yeah.
So recently I went to a couple of shows with him, and I kind of was able to move around with him the way he would in the airport, at the venue, and it's a lot of moving parts.
Yeah.
And so he was just saying, like, hopefully you really get to see now how when I'm out here, I'm moving. It's so busy. It's so like, go to this, do that, do this, do that. So when I can pull away from that, I either want to sleep, I want to dig back into like the next thing I need to do, if I need to build a file, if I need to move to the next show, if I need to do some work, or I just want to like do nothing.
Yeah.
And I guess being at home, sometimes it's hard to know all of what you were just dealing with to understand why you want to be so kind of to yourself.
No, I need to finish. I have to finish things.
Taking it personal, but now I think I'm getting a little bit more of like, okay, this is I guess like a recharge. This is a just kind of gather yourself. This is just take the time for yourself moment. But yeah,
I've taught her. Well, I've kind of trained her and conditioned her to be able to try to understand me more. Because again, I've been like this in my whole life. When I tell people I've always worked 2 jobs, 3 jobs, always had a business, always was working on stuff. I went and bought that watch, and I spent $47,000 on that watch last week. I haven't touched that watch. I don't give a fuck about that watch. Like, I genuinely don't care about stuff. Like, I wear this. I wear my Omega, and I'm cool with it, with the rubber band on it. because the watch represents something, but once I'm past it, I got some other ideas that I got to get out of my mind. Like I have so many things that I need to leave out on the floor by the time that I'm done. And that's why you see so many videos. That's why you see so much work, and that's why you see so many businesses. That's why you see so many houses going up at the same time. Like that shit aggravate me when the contractors ain't. It's like I got a vision that I'm trying to execute on. What the fuck is going on? But I don't deal with the contractors because I don't want to say to them what the fuck is going on. So that's what I put her in there for. Because in my mind, I'm like, you know what I'm saying? This shit ain't. It's got to be this. And why is it that? And if you do it wrong, then I'm not gonna say nothing to you, but I'm gonna come behind you and I'm gonna fix it. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm. That's why it was weird to me when the chat is like, Anton, you don't know what the fuck you talking about. You married. Like you don't know what the fuck you talking about because I know what I know. Like I know what's in my mind, and I know that sometimes, honestly, sometimes I have to sleep in the studio for 2 days straight to get a thought out. And that's why I put a bed in my studio. I have a apartment less than a mile and a half away from my studio in downtown, but I put a bed in my studio because I have to sleep it off sometimes. And then I sleep, and then I'll wake up, and like the other day, she was in there, and I went in there, and I couldn't put it all together, and so I went in there, and I just laid my head down, and she was gone, and then she woke up, and you know what I'm saying, like, or she was gone, and then I woke up, and then I started working again, and I'll be in the studio from 5 in the morning till 10 o'clock at night. That's just who I am. Like I have to work. I have to put shit together. That's just who I am. I'm obsessive in that way. So I'm not alone. I don't feel alone. I feel alive. I feel vibrant when I'm by myself. And it don't mean that I don't like being with you because I'll come home and sleep for 2 hours. And then I'll be back in the studio the next, I'll drive 45 minutes to sleep for 2 hours and drive 45 minutes back to the studio because I got to get my thought out. And if I start getting frustrated, I'm going to the studio or I'm going on my computer or I'm going on my iPad or I'm going to build another business. That's just the way that I am. And I don't feel alone. I get excited.
Mm.
So that's just the way I am. I don't understand it. It's the way I've always been. And I guess that's just the way I'm going to be. But I've learned to accept it because I used to think something was wrong with me. And then I started realizing that something is wrong with everybody else. Or at least that's what I program myself to think. I look at everybody as weird. I'd be like, man, that's weird as hell. Like you could just leave a job unfinished. You could just go home and that's the end of it. Fuck that. Like we gonna finish this shit tonight. I don't care if it take the next 6 hours. We finishing this shit tonight. So I don't feel alone. I feel very much comforted. And I'll disappear for like 5 days sometimes and I'll just go on some like self-imposed sabbatical. And I'll go to 3 different states in 5 days or some shit and then get it out. I'll get inspired. I'll sketch it out, take my pictures, and then I get that shit out and I visualize it and I execute.
Slimmy, do you feel alone?
No, I don't feel alone. No, I don't. No, hell no, I'm good. I do desire to be alone because I go to no because I relate to certain aspects of that because I go when I'm in these creative spaces, and I get to editing photos, man. Shit, I might edit like 1,000 at a time. I don't give a fuck what's going on. I don't care. I'm in my zone. It used to be like that when I wrote rhymes too. Like man, I swear I dug myself in the basement and in the big house where I grew up at. Man, I was in that basement for a whole summer, a whole summer. All I was doing was writing raps.
Yeah.
I would come in. This is literally how the summer went. I would go to work at City Blue. I would get off. No. This is before City Blue. I would damn, I wasn't even working. Shit, that's crazy. I would go hoop. I will go hoop for however long we go hoop, shower, write raps. Everybody would start going out partying. I was
Yep.
writing raps,
Yep.
writing raps, writing
Yep.
raps. Then at some point, I wasn't even going to hoop. And so one day my mom came down there like, boy, you all right?
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I'm getting to it. And next thing I know, I had like, man, I don't know, man, like 30 notebooks full of raps that I
Yep.
never used. It's just mastering your craft. So when you get into these creative spaces, like, yeah, you gonna be alone.
Yeah.
Because who helping you do it? It's just you.
Yeah,
It's
and
just
that's
you.
why, like, a lot of times it's funny because Q, in person, like she stayed with me and stuff like that, and she said that no girl would ever be able to be with me if I was like single today,
Man.
because I don't make time for nobody. You just got to fit in around me.
Yeah, that's tough.
You got to fit in around me. Like it just is what it is, and however it play out, it play out.
Yeah.
Shout out to my little soldier right here.
Yep, cause that's tough.
You think so, Carrie?
I know
No, it ain't
so.
tough.
Why
I
is it
know
tough? Why is it so tough for
Because
y'all?
they're women and they
because
need a more emotionally intelligent man. They need that stroked and they need to be understood and they need that you to talk them through it.
no, we don't need all of that. We don't need all of that, but we do value
Why did
time.
he say that?
You say
We
what?
I don't know why people think that I'm fat. Like
What?
some for some reason they think that I'm fat. Like our street said it. If you see me in real life, you would think differently. I'll beat your ass. It ain't gonna go the way that they think it's gonna go.
Well, that shit go to violence.
That's because people don't know. They have no idea what happens behind the scenes. They have no fucking clue. They don't know what I'm capable of at all.
Oh man. Black
But
people.
but I will say though, like it is different, and I've learned to accept the way that I am, and I just go from there. And I've already made up in my mind, and I say it all the time. Nothing and nobody is ever gonna get in the way of what I got going on. Nothing. It's not a person on the face of this earth that I'm going to sacrifice what I got to get out and what I got to do. Nobody. Not my daughter. Nobody. It's nobody that will ever stop me from doing what I'm gonna do.
Job gotta get done. It gotta
So
get done.
and I've tried. That's the worst part about this. This is the last thing I'm gonna say about it. I've tried. I tried to do the normal fucking thing, and she
what's
said,
the normal thing?
do the normal people thing. Go to work, come home at a regular time. Just do the regular quality time thing and stuff.
I feel you because
You
I
s-
thought it
you
was
said that I was you said that I was miserable doing that shit.
I mean, because that's not your personality. And I mean, I don't want to take you out of your personality, but I do think it should be some type of balance, though.
yeah, I thought it was weird when Angie was like, I can't work from home. I need to be around people. I was like, that's just weird as fuck. I love working from home. I don't want to talk to nobody.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. But anyways, it's a yin and a yang to it, I guess. It's a trade off. If you're the type
This
of
is
person that can live
after
like
hours.
that.
It's a
After hours
balance. It's a
is
balance
the
to
turn up.
everything. It's a
I mean,
balance
it's
to
it's a
everything.
it's a trade off, right? Some people. I remember when we was younger and I was first building my businesses, and everybody would go out and they would go to the shows and they would go skating and they would go party and they would go do all of this stuff. And where would I be?
Studying.
That's it.
I think my computer.
I would be studying. I would be working on my businesses. I would just be reading countless books. I would be studying my ass off, and I wouldn't even be studying for school. Sometimes I would just be studying for me, and I would
Damn.
just be obsessed with perfection. I would be obsessed with being great, obsessed with being knowledgeable, obsessed with being able to apply the knowledge when an opportunity came or when something struck. And that's just who I was. When everybody else was partying, I would lock in, and so that's what it takes. And that's the biggest thing that be offensive to me is when people come in and say, Anton, you ain't did this, or Anton, you don't know what you like, man, you don't know what the fuck I talk about. Like I done did some rock star ass shit in my lifetime that you will never be able to do in your lifetime. I done seen some of the wildest shit that people have never seen in their life. I done went raving. I done partied with. I, if people knew what my life was like in order for me to get that out, people have no idea. I done met friends that made some new friends, and then back when techno first really started, not first started hitting, but first when we started doing electronic music festival before it got big and before it got commercialized, we would rave all night, and then we would get the inspiration out, and then we you know what I'm saying, translate that in the morning. And sometimes we would be up for 2-3 days at a time. That's just the way that it was.
Shit, man.
Yeah, it was crazy. I done seen all kind of shit, bro. It's insane. So, Quentin, you all right over there, bro? The fuck is going on?
Quinn plotting on buying Madden.
Anyways, but I mean, I've lived a phenomenal life. Y'all got any final thoughts before we get up out of here?
Don't be alone. No. No, man. You got to do what you got to do to get in your zone, get in your space, get to your creative niche or niche. It's
Yeah,
niche.
yeah,
It's niche. Find your creative niche. Get in that zone. Don't let nobody disturb you. Do your motherfucking thing.
yeah.
Fuck what everybody else talking about.
Quentin is weird, so I don't know what the fuck he got going on right now. But Carrie lost.
Can
Carrie
y'all hear
lost.
me?
Carrie
Carry
lost.
lost connection.
Yeah. Let me read the rest of these super chats, and we're gonna get the people out of here. Ebony76 says, "Stop the cap, AD. Why do you think?" Oh yeah, I read that one already. Sincerely, Jonica says Anton is tired of quitting ATP. I don't know what ATP means. He is sick. At this point, he is sick of it, like
Oh,
little
Jonica.
testifying. I love Quentin. Quentin is my guy. Chris Mayberry says I agree with Q Diddy on the Molly situation because if Carrie gave me 3.5 minutes, maybe even 4, y'all really love these women on here. Divorce hits different when children are involved. If that wasn't the case, then both would wipe their hands clean and just keep it pushing. AD looks so disappointed in Q. Q bugging out. Let me get my girl Carrie back here because Quentin is acting crazy. Myron Scott says, I asked because I wasn't wasting time. I'm married and good. Mr. Guap says, let's be real. If she was a man, she would have lost her job. And P says, I got the Chevy one
Oh, no.
for balloon pop girl. Anton, you right. Her box probably is fire. So you holding Kamala to that same standard, Q. Quentin's uptight, needs to loosen up. Shorty was mild compared to the other broads that have been on there. She just exposed dudes' weak masculine nature. Watch Churchy Edition. Pop. No, I'm not watching that. They telling you to watch the Church Edition to pop the balloon, Carrie.
No more. No
Lucid
more.
Experience says y'all handling her with kid gloves. Meanwhile, the plumber stood up for himself and got embarrassed all over social media. The double standard is crazy. Yeah, listen, we not women. You can't do the same thing that women do. Aaron L says they had a show where the chick had to pick a dude based off of mugshots. Jesus. Unbiasedly raw says Shorty just an unrefined Michaela Montgomery. You bugging, Q. Show us on the dial where black women hurt you. You never had a strong woman before?
I've never been with a black woman for her to hurt me, so that's stupid.
We are acoustic, Anton. What is acoustic? I'm not acoustic. You're acoustic by yourself. I know what he meant to say, but it said acoustic, not autistic. And I'm not autistic.
Damn.
And
Got smoked.
I'm not on the spectrum either. I think in
Got
numbers
smoked.
and fractals. Get tired of hearing people talking all the time, so I understand like being alone. Shout out to my girl Messy. BizQ says I chose to freelance as an analyst so I could be alone, thrive in solitude. My husband is an extrovert, travels a lot for work, and it balances out. I do both. I like to go out and hang out with people too. Oat Milk says, so how do you handle yourself when you have a restless spirit? Like, what do you use to stabilize your mental? I work. I get up and I start working. And then Rita be like, Anton, lay down. Lay down. Close your eyes.
Close your
Sleep is
eyes,
important.
make a
Do you know
wish.
what happens when you're sleeping with your body
Yeah,
physically?
It heals
sleep
itself.
is
Yeah,
amazing.
hills itself. We know.
But I sleep in the daytime too sometimes when I'm trying to capture
No, no, sleeping in the daytime is not good for you. Nope,
it is good for me.
You have
nope,
to go
nope,
according to yeah.
I feel incredible when I wake up in the daytime after
nope.
taking.
It's scientifically proven, nigga. You got to sleep at night, not the daytime.
Well, and it's not that you can't sleep during the day, but for you to say you sleep during the day in place of sleeping at night, that's not good.
It's not in place. It's just when I get tired, I go to sleep. That's it.
Okay,
You need to take some melatonin, nigga.
when you physically get tired or when you think it's time for you to stop and go to sleep.
What do you mean when I think it's time for me to stop and go to sleep?
Well, because a lot of people will go to sleep because in their mind it's time for me to rest. And then other people will go to sleep when it's like I can't keep my eyes open anymore. So which one are you?
No, if I start to feel restless, I go to sleep.
Rest less.
Okay, so like for example, I'm gonna go to sleep tonight. I'm gonna go to sleep tonight. I'm not gonna put an alarm clock on, but I'll probably sleep for about 6 hours, right? 5 6 hours, especially because it's the weekend. And let's just say it's 6 o'clock or 5 o'clock or whatever, and I start feeling tired. I'm going to take all of my clothes off. I'm going to get in the bed and I'm going to go to sleep
Why do we care that you're taking all your clothes off?
because I don't look at it like a normal nap. I'm going to go to sleep. I'm going to cuddle up. I'm going to get in the bed. If Rita's around me, she going to get in the bed with me and we're going to go to sleep. She may not go to sleep, but I'm going to go to sleep.
And what's gonna happen on Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday?
It's the same thing.
It's not the same thing because you said you normally sleep like 2 or 3 hours.
It depends on the week. So I know that on Monday night, it's going to be a rough night.
Mm,
You see what I'm saying? Because we're going to live stream till 1 o'clock.
show. Because of the show.
But I still got to get up and do the Millionaire Morning Show in the morning, or I got to get up and be to the studio early. So, but I also, that Monday afternoon at 12 noon, I might sleep till 3 o'clock. That's why I got a bed everywhere I go. So when I feel tired, I'm gonna go to sleep. And when I wake up, I wake up. So I don't know. Maybe it is bad to take naps. I don't know. BizQ says, imagine all the kids on depression pills because they thrive in solitude and their parents assume something is wrong. Yeah, I ain't never taking no fucking pills. You can forget that. R. Marie says, I want to hop on a live stream one of these days. How can I join? You can call in. The link is pinned to the top of the chat. If we got the capacity. Black women, by exploiting emotions all over an appeal to logic, Dems finesse you into aligning the female equality, black community movements with the LGBTQ and migrant movement, and that now overshadows female equality and the needs of the black community. Why vote blue? You shouldn't, in my personal opinion. Carrie was trying to, at one point, figure out a way to vote blue. She was trying to justify it in her mind, but I think that she's been swayed, so we'll see.
I'm officially registered as an independent. I changed it a couple of weeks ago.
Why does it matter what you're registered as?
Because I needed to mentally break away from being a Democrat and giving my, not because I'm like anti-Dem, but because I needed to give myself permission to be an independent thinker about who I vote for. So it doesn't mean I would necessarily vote independent, or I can now have the freedom to vote how I want to vote.
Yeah. Well, we appreciate y'all. We love y'all. Anton is about to go to bed.
Take care of yourselves and each other.
And recording for like what? 6 hours or something tomorrow?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we gotta shoot like 12 episodes over the weekend for Randy's show. So that's why 2K is in town. So
Doesn't she have natural products? Does she have a product?
she got a soap company. Soap suds and such. Soap suds and such.
They're natural products?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
It's dope too.
Yeah, I'm looking for. Okay.
Except for the perfume, like the perfume inspired ones, you know, those have the scent, but they still made naturally though.
Okay.
And Rita's sitting up here with her pink Versace robe on.
Oh, I'm gonna make a phone without care.
Hey.
Skin as smooth as butter. All right, y'all. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. We getting up out of here. Peace.